Alright. Gonna do some more Slay the Spire, really late night stream here today. I was asked last time, like I was saying a minute ago on stream, I was asked last time to set up Twitch integration, and I think I did that, but yeah, no real verification in-game of that, so we're just gonna see what happens. So we got to level 2 Ascension on this dude last time. I think I'm going to do level 1 Ascension on the Silent now, depending on what people want me to do or what they want to see. Maybe we'll have a vote on this next time I have a larger, you know, more, not in the middle of the night kind of stream. But, oh, you want me to play the, this chick again? This is my least favorite character. I wanted to, I mean, this guy may very well be my favorite. He seems like he can do some really interesting defensive stuff. But I mean, if you really want to see some higher Ascension stuff with her, we can definitely do it. I'll have to change the label of the stream. We'll just do Silent. We can do the Monk next time. Let's go ahead and embark. We have Ascension turned on. I can't go higher. Or else I would. I have to actually win with Ascension level 1 to increase the difficulty. Okay. So we won last time. As a result, we get to choose out of 4 things, and they're way better. We'll look at the map. So, no elites in range, really. Well, here's one. 1, 2 fight, 3 fight, assuming this question mark is not... Oh, man. Wait a minute. So this is actually a fight. 1, 2... Yeah, there's no way to do it. So I can't take advantage of enemies having 1 hit point for the next 3 combats. We can obtain a rare card, we can have the next 3 combats have 1 hit point, which I think is definitely wrong. We can get cursed and get a rare relic, or we can lose my starting relic. And obtain a boss relic. The last time I tried to do that, I got the relic that gives me extra, like potion effects, like double the potion effects, and it was terrible because obviously you don't start with potions, so it kind of made my early game unwinnable, or well, not I don't want to say unwinnable, but quite bad. You would think this would be the kind of thing that would get Twitch integrated, by the way, but maybe not. Let's see, draw 2 additional cards. Man, that is, let's do it. Okay, we got the Fusion Hammer. Ouch! Okay, that's both good and bad. No smithing is gonna be painful. Because, like, now all I can do at rest sites is rest, so I can't upgrade my, cards, but having the extra mana straight up from the beginning of the game is gonna be interesting. We have 99 gold, man, I guess we just avoid rest sites, you know? I guess that's the big meme here. Do I have poison from the start? I don't think so. No, neutralize is our big power from the start. So we'll want to get some high mana, high energy cost stuff as soon as possible. This is really interesting. Alright, I think that we go like this path so that we can remove a card real quick. Now, what's interesting is I don't actually want to hit this rest site, but I do want to hit this upgraded elite so I can fight the heart. However, I think if I don't fight this dude, I think there'll be a chance to do it in the future acts. Hey, wait a minute. What's this now? I see a Twitch button. What's this doing? Orange or red? Is that supposed to activate the Twitch integration right here? I know clicking it changes the color, but it's not doing anything. Curious. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know either. One day I'll figure it out. Hopefully today. All right. Well, either way, let's take this path. try both mods. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to see what happens when I get my first card choice, and that'll be a nice way to test it. Okay, strike, strike, strike. Having this extra mana is doing nothing for me, really. But it will here. Well, not quite this turn, but maybe here in a minute. Neutralize. Yeah, being able to hand dump this early is kind of cute. So we come out of it with 1 damage. Not bad. Okay, so this is the kind of thing I suspect should be Twitch integrated. Well, wait a minute. Maybe it's only when we... Alright. So if I click this on this screen, like, does anything happen? Big meme. Really very curious. Let me take a look at something real fast. If, like, any error messages are popping up. Because I have this open in a terminal, basically. Disconnected from Twitch chat. Disconnected from Twitch chat. What if I click this again? Yeah, I don't know what's supposed to be happening, but this is definitely not right. It's supposed to be letting people vote on which cards I take. I'll have to look into it. So we're just gonna assume this is broken for now. Anyway, what do we actually want to do with this? A Masterful Stab, that's pretty cool, actually. I remember I had this, and I managed to make it in it somehow the first time I played. First time I played Silence, so we had this in the start of our hand, which was pretty sick. I think we actually do Expertise. We're gonna need to draw more things, and this extra mana is pretty great. Okay, we'll take this path so we can remove a card from the deck. So wait, does anything happen when he dies? Nope. Cool. Yeah, I do want the shop so I can remove cards. We'll probably get rid of strikes, as much as I want to have, you know... As much as I want to have more damage, this is not really the guy that is meant to do that, you know? Hey, that's pretty good. Skewer, deal 7 damage X times. That's like Whirlwind, only it only hits one guy. Hey, Senshi. Maybe you can explain how the Twitch integration is supposed to work. I have this little symbol here now, but, wait, if I click this it turns orange and then turns red again. Very interesting. You've seen people using it, you don't know. Yeah, I'm not asking how to set it up. What is supposed to happen when I click this? Do you know if it's supposed to turn orange and then something happens in chat, or what's the deal? Maybe it's trying to... Yeah, that's my instinct, is that it's trying to connect. And the thing is, like I said, I have the game open from a terminal, so I can see the error messages or whatever, and I'm not seeing, except for way earlier on, it did say it was disconnected from Twitch chat. But there's no, like, obvious error message in the terminal window other than that. So, I mean, I don't I don't know what's going on here. When you have a choice of cards, a bot will ask for 1, 2, or 3, and it remembers what card people have chosen. Kind of like a straw poll. Well, that would be pretty cool. So this is interesting, like, I guess this is meant to be used with like a Shiv deck, you know? So we have this fusion hammer. This is pretty cool too. All these cards seem kind of interesting, but we don't have the stuff that would make any of them particularly amazing, you know? And I don't think there's any way to try to make a poison deck that can OTK bosses. Yeah, I have considered it. It would be cool if we could do that, and we have the extra mana to support it now. I think we actually skip these. As cool as Deflect is, I think we just skip this stuff, weirdly enough. Okay, we do have enough money to card remove and buy some other stuff here. Deflect is good with draw. Yeah, I suppose, but we don't really, we only have one draw card right now. Deadly poison, apply 5 poison. Well, okay. Bane is a trap for poison decks? Yeah, I could see that. It's an attack. And it's not really about... It doesn't really stack more poison, so... Discard your hand, then draw that many cards. Footwork is amazing. I remember that being great. Too bad we can't get any of these relics. Okay, let's get the deadly poison. That is indeed a good start. We have 84 gold. We could either remove a card or we could go ahead and get footwork. Footwork does seem just outrageously good. But removing's probably better, especially if we're trying to get that poison deck together. So, you remove whenever you get to a shop. Yeah, gamble does sound really, really useful, honestly. I don't want any strikes. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Even though we have the 4 mana, and we also have 1 way to draw, I do want to get rid of the strikes as soon as possible, so we'll do that. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna find out if this elite guy, if the special one will show up in Act 2. So we're gonna take this path in order to avoid the... Well, no, there's a campfire either way. Interesting. 2 elites or just 1 elite? We'll take this path then. Transform a card? Hell yeah. Alright, we'll get rid of a strike. Something good, please. Got Sucker Punch. 7 damage, apply 1 week. It's better than a strike. What's funny is, like, I'm a little sad about this fusion hammer, to be honest. Missed Wraith form? What now? Oh, I didn't get it with the, yeah, I see what you mean. Well, that's just luck, isn't it? I don't think there's a timing component to that. Yeah, that poison's gonna be great. Hey, movable object. Maybe you can explain to me how the Twitch integration is supposed to work. And how it's not working for me. Yeah, essentially I agree, the format is really, really good. You have no clue? Oh, okay. Alrighty, backflip seems really good. Absolutely, we're gonna get backflip. So yeah, this is like a huge waste. So the thing is, at least I can get the ruby key. It's too bad I can't smith. No need to rest. I have 69 hit points out of 70. I'm really hoping we get like something else to do at the campfires pretty soon. Hey, it's this guy. I wonder if I poison him if he'll wake up. Imagine if you'll die with that one missing hit points. Well, that would be sad. Let's just end. Okay, he wakes up from poison. Good to know. I'll do 18 damage. Definitely make him weak. That cuts down the damage a lot. I could draw, but then there's nothing I could draw really that would stop me from taking damage here. Yeah. So, we will just defend. Well, I could draw, yeah, I would actually draw one of my defense so we could take less damage. Do backflip instead, we draw our neutralize, and we stack the weak on him. Pretty good. Let's see this engine coming together. Definitely stack the poison. Keep the weak on him. Survive or defend will actually block full damage from him, which is pretty cool. Sucker punch, strike, okay. So first we'll backflip, because there's stuff that doesn't do damage here. Sadly we draw both defends, so we'll just sucker punch him. Just strike him. And it doesn't matter if I defend or not, because he's just, you know, doing that. Strength down, dex down, ouch! Yeah, we don't want this fight to go a long time. Like, we do garbage damage versus him. Although poison's not affected by strength, so that's pretty cool. Use this. Give us more options. Definitely apply the poison. Probably just want to, like, damage race him at this point. If I draw 2 cards, though, I could get neutralize again. So let's do that. We did not. But we did get Sucker Punch, and that's more damage, so we'll do that. It's not bad. Stacked a lot of weak on him. Okay. Survivor, yeah, Survivor. And then we'll defend. And just take no damage. The poison's doing good work on him even though he's regenerating, so it's really no big deal. It's perhaps the best character to deal with this dude, come to think of it, since I have the poison. Okay, so we'll just stack damage. Okay, we're not going to backflip, we'll just do 2 strikes, go for the guaranteed damage. Oh, if I played it last? Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mr. Ostrom. I should have done that. That was a mistake. Okay, now we're doing 1 damage with neutralize. Losing lots of strength is pretty painful. Okay, 4 mana. We can do all this stuff. We'll do exactly that. Of course, our dex is so low that genuinely having an issue. Of course, he'll die this turn, so yeah, we could have taken less damage overall. Oh, the prep bag, dude! This kind of does what this does exactly what our starter artifact did. So we got it back basically. Take the key. Seems like noxious fumes is the way. Not bad. I'll get the Twitch integration working next time, by the way. we could always, like, take a short break in this stream for me to fool with it a little bit. I have a feeling I may have put in my OAuth token wrong. Hard to say. Anyway, I think I'm actually going to take this fight to get a card. Potentially a good card, since we really don't need that much in the way of healing right now. These are extra cards, not the ones I wanted, unfortunately. Okay, let's plan this out. So I could do 3 defense for 15, that would block all of these guys. Then I would only have 1 mana left. What we could do is Sucker Punch this guy. Okay, so 5, 10, 13, 16. Where's no- yeah, where was Noxious? Wouldn't that be nice right now? Okay, 5, 10, 13, 16, 5, 10, 15 defend. Alternately, I could just like do 2 strikes and kill one of these dudes. I think we just... yeah, I think we eat a little bit of damage. Okay. That's fine. I could have also just explosive potioned, which would be... you know what? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Let's burn this. I could have organized that a little bit better, but it doesn't really matter. Nice. Okay. Deal 4 damage to all enemies twice. Nope. We're building a poison deck. Draw 3 cards, discard 1 card. That's okay. I'm not sure how well draw engines work with poison in this game, but it seems like being able to draw through my deck is a good thing, even if things are somewhat costly. What's the upgrade of this look like? Draw 4 cards, discard 1 card. Yeah, we do already have, we already do have two draw cards. Draw engines are very good with poison. I like this less than the one that gives me the backflip, which gives me block at the same time. Expertise is kind of weird, I guess. I don't think we need acrobatics since we already have expertise. Hey, Hoffington. Maybe you can explain why my Twitch integration is not working. Wasn't backflip 2 mana? No, it's only 1. That's why it's so good. It's like an incredibly superior block. This I think is probably, from what I've seen, this looks to me like one of the Silent's best cards. There are cards that care about being discarded. That's true. Alright, we'll pick up acrobatics. We'll see if we can't build a fun little draw engine. Okay. We take the Nunchaku, or we take the Sapphire Key. Because we're trying to build a poison deck, I think we just take the Sapphire Key, because ideally we're not going to have any attacks in this deck by the end of it. Yeah, let's get the key. Nunchaku's a really good item, but, you know. Alright. Open up and neutralize. He won't do as much damage. Apply the poison. Defend, strike. Not bad. There's the acrobatics, alright. Oh, sweet. It's Noxious Fumes. Do a backflip, draw a card, maybe we'll get a 0 cost. Nope. He's not weak anymore. We already have 5 armor. I think we just Sucker Punch him, to be honest. That actually takes his attack to 6, not 5, so we'll have to burn a defend if we don't want to take damage. Which, yeah, I might as well. That poison's gonna add up quick. if we could just keep drawing into deadly poison. Alright, 12 damage. We can just like survive or defend to get all the armor we need to not take damage this turn. So, first thing I'm gonna do is well, I'm gonna do that. So, it's actually good that I'm discarding this. Get rid of the defend. Okay, then we'll defend. So armor's covered. Now we'll use expertise to get a bunch of cards and possibly draw into my poison, which I did not. But I did get Sucker Punch, which does a little bit more damage, so that's nice. $19 damage attack. Wow. Well, this is great that we have Neutralize. Boom. He just dies. He's done. Okay, we're not getting Slice. We're not making a Shiv deck as nice as Infinite Blades is. I think this is just going to clunk up the deck. Dash, gain, block, and deal damage. That's very costly, though. I think we skipped this. It is tempting, though. It is tempting to grab Infinite Blades. You know? I always see powers as, like, less of a thing that clunks up the deck because, you know, they go away after you use them. I think I'll get it. Yeah, I think I have to pick it up. I can't upgrade it. Yeah, well, I don't need to, though. Who needs to start with it, you know? You've got a good point, though. I've got to take cards that... It is much better when it's upgraded. That's definitely true. But I still draw, like, extra cards at the beginning, so as long as I keep the deck small, I'm reasonably likely to draw into it. Okay, we're gonna skip it, though. Really gotta pay attention to the fact that I can't upgrade. So this is a huge waste. Yeah. Starting with Fusion Hammer, a little bit questionable. Okay, another one of these Slaver guys. Poison him. We're gonna want to backflip immediately. Draw a couple cards. He can be weakened with Neutralize. Cool. Alright, that's great. I'll just Sucker Punch him for more damage, and then we'll just defend, and then will make me take no damage. Despite the fact that the Fusion Hammer is keeping me from upgrading, we are having a really outrageously easy first act. I mean, look, we have all of our keys already, you know? End turn. I'm so sorry you tested positive for Fusion Hammer. Yeah, prepaid. Hey, prepaid, have you seen Twitch integration actually working in this game? How does this look compared to how it's supposed to work? Because clearly this is not functioning for me. I'm trying to find someone who's seen it work before and can remember, you know, what it's supposed to look like. All right, let's backflip. Apply poison. He's gonna lose 10 hit points. We can actually just like strike him twice and he'll die. You have no idea about this Zoomer shit. Well, we can just even without Twitch integration, I can always poll the when it works, that red Twitch symbol should be green. So orange probably means it's trying to connect. Green probably means like thumbs up, you're connected. Actually, let me do something real fast. I seriously doubt that this is gonna work like midstream, but let me edit the config file. Okay, I'll edit the config file. I'm gonna do the thing to the token that I think I need to do. And we're gonna see if this... No, it didn't fix it. Alright, no idea. Okay, terror is useless to us. We are going for poison, so no. Prepared seems really good. Wait, no it doesn't. Draw one card, discard... Well... Yeah, we'll do this. This is not a dead draw, because we use it, then we draw a card, and then we... If we have to upgrade it, though. Remember, we can't upgrade. Without upgrading it, I feel like prepared is kind of bad. Although I guess with all the draw that we have, I'm okay with discarding stuff in my hand, so we'll pick up prepared. Alright, we have 130 gold, so we're gonna go for the shop. Ooh, alchemize. Obtain a random potion, exhaust. That seems nice. I don't see any more poison. There's something that works with discard, but it seems kind of bad. If you draw a skill, gain 3 block. Well, this escape plan seems really nice for what we're doing. You know. Since we're not going to have any attacks, ideally. But I think we just card remove, as cool as all this stuff is. The upgrade for Alchemize is nice. Yeah, but I can't upgrade, you know? Like, this card seems completely amazing, but, without being able to upgrade, I feel like I should just remove cards and try to go for, like, the upgrades that we get immediately when we go to the next act, you know? And win cards and some of them are upgraded. Let's just get rid of this strike. Get the Gozag card. We couldn't afford it, even before I bought something. Hand of Greed. I feel like this should give you more gold than 20 for that to be worth it. Okie dokie. I have no way to draw cards. So we're going to focus on killing the acid slime first, because he has less hit points. Give me your gold, he says. I just realized I should probably kill the looter first because of what he does. Okay. Honestly, I can just take damage. I don't care because I get to heal next turn from the camp. In fact, I have no choice but to heal next turn from the camp. Let's see. He'll take 4 hit points and then reduce poison by 1. So... you know what? Take 4. That'll take him to 5 hit points. Okay, we'll proceed to kill that. Draw a bunch of cards. Hey, wow, okay. Hopefully we still have time to kill the looter. If I had remembered what that looter did, I would have focused on killing him. Okay, he'll defend next turn. Damn, no draws. Oh, it doesn't get exhausted, you said? Interesting, okay. So you could, like, be greedy with it like feed, only even greedier. That is cool, I suppose. He's gonna run away next turn, no big deal. We neutralize him. Let's do a backflip first so we can get cards. Been playing around with it with your config file, you got it working. The 2 changes you made were including the OAuth at the start of the token. That was my instinct, I fixed that. Counting your user and channel name as case sensitive. Well, I can do that real fast. So wait, you actually changed the channel name. Because I thought, it says it's optional. You also rebooted the game. See, I probably need to do that too. Okay. Let's just try this real quick. I bet it'll go red. I bet it won't work. We're gonna reboot the game after, yeah, because I thought that would be... those were like the exact things I was thinking about trying. Didn't work until capitalizing the H. I think my channel name is technically, it's capital M, capital R, capital G, Malcolm Rose Gaming. So I fixed that, and we'll see what that does. Anyway, right, this, he should die, I think. Yeah, he dies from the poison. I could have discarded the slime, it just didn't really matter. If you don't discard it, then it gets exhausted, which is cool, if you were to use it. Oh hey, another backflip. You know what? I will take the other backflip. Backflips are really good. Okay, we rest. Alright, hold on 1 second. This should take all of like a moment to check out. So I close the game, I quit. I restart the game? Does it think the game is still playing? Oh, there we go. One second. This takes a moment to load up here. Hey, it's green. Does that mean it's working? I think it started out green before though, so... Oh. I didn't save the resting that I did. Alright, battle time, baby. It's the fire guy, Hexaghost. Okay. Looks like my name is all lowercase on Twitch anyway, so the OAuth and restarting is probably what did it. Yeah, I can't think of a good reason why it would be case sensitive, but the OAuth is probably... It probably doesn't automatically add that in there. Is there supposed to be no music right now because he hasn't acted yet, or is that some kind of bug? Anyhow, we will, don't need to defend. This will take me to, this will let me draw some stuff, so let's go ahead and do that. Get rid of a defend. That's cool. Deadly poison is exactly what we wanted. Draw until you have 6 in your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just draw 1 card. The reason is because I may want to use my Sucker Punch, but I may find something better. Okay, we found Noxious Fume. That is better. As much as I'd like to stack weak on him, I wanna cast this. I wanna cast that more. Oh, there we go. Not a bug indeed. 6 times... Wow. 6 times 6 damage. Alright. Well... That's a defend. It's gonna do 36 damage to me. Oh boy. Let's get rid of a strike. Backflip to draw cards and to get armor. Forget the expertise. We're gonna backflip. Okay, that's Survivor. That's really good. Doesn't really matter. 18 armor. I feel like we should have bought the dex bonus power. All right, we'll just turbo defend here basically. Yeah, so he gets a big first turn, and then when this stuff lights up again, he gets that turn again. Oh, if I had kept him weak, that would have done less. A lot less. Take out one of these defends. I can take 5, or I can take 1 damage, I don't care about that. Boom, poison. Not bad. Okay, always reapply poison if I can. Make him weak, that's awesome. I think we have a strong deck already, despite the fact that I tested positive for Fusion Hammer, so to speak. Acrobatics, you better believe I'll just discard the burn. Its first attack scales up based on your hit points, so when you show up at full health it looks scarier than it really is. I see. Well, that's interesting. Poison is doing fun stuff here. She's prepared. Get rid of a defend. Sucker punch him. Actually, wait, let's backflip first. Interesting, another backflip. I guess we'll use the other backflip. Okay. I think we're just gonna strike him. No reason to try to draw, because I'd be out of mana. Okay, so this is pretty cool, because, like, there are things I can draw that let me just take these burns out of my hand. Unfortunately, we didn't get them. Like, Prepared is awesome when you have, bad cards in your hand, you know? Alright, draw 3 cards, discard 1 card. Oh, let's do this first. He's going to attack for 14 damage. Let's get rid of the defend, because we have a backflip. We have another backflip. Basically just trying to like draw into as much poison as possible, bypass that armor. So let's just do that. There's the burn. I'll do this to get rid of it. There's the poison. Cool. Not bad, we'll take 4 damage. Could have used Survivor to get a little more armor there, but I'm happy with this because I got my poison. We are keeping him weak pretty much every turn, by the way, so it's pretty amazing. Alright, I think I want to Sucker Punch first, and then Expertise so I get more cards. There's my poison again, sick. Before we do that, why don't we use Prepared? Okay, we'll, get rid of the burn, of course. Poison him. Neutralize him. Use Survivor. It's all coming together. Despite the Fusion Hammer, it's all coming together. Okay, go ahead and backflip. Draw a couple cards. We'll go ahead and use the Acrobatics. Getting rid of the burn. Feels like I'm cheating almost to be able to just get rid of that. He's going to do 6, 12, 18 damage. I should keep that in mind. This is the big turn, although he's weak. He's also almost dead. Hey, Haugie, how you doing, man? Yeah, I've been playing, I've been addicted to this game for the last few days. It's really, really good. Strider gifted it to me. Yeah, I can kill him. He dies now. This is the first time I've gotten it Twitch integrated, though, so... Power Potion, yeah, really good. Alright, add a card to my deck. Alright, it's integrated. Yes. No, it's really, really good, Haugie, I agree entirely. I'll let you guys vote. I'm actually going to follow Twitch on the votes, so just type in the chat. Thousand Cuts does seem like the best one in my opinion, for what this deck is, since I'm doing so much draw and whatnot. Nightmare's kind of funny, but it feels like it's a big meme. Whoa. What just happened? Oh, it actually automatically chooses. I thought I was allowed to, like, not listen to the chat if I wanted to. That's cool. Alright. I like that. I can't bypass the authority of Twitch chat. Alrighty. Still, this is gonna be great. Too bad we can't upgrade it. Alright. Astrolabe, Bark, or Sozu. Remember that we do not have the Alchemize. I think if you pick before the timer runs out, you can. Ah, you're probably right, Mero. Extra energy and then no potions. Seems like that's the fan favorite here. Does seem like the best one. If I left to my own devices, I probably would have picked the Astrolabe. Because my energy is already at 4. And I really cannot, I cannot upgrade cards. But Sozu it is. We're gonna have more mana is almost always S tier. Yeah, I'm just thinking about like the interaction between the fusion hammer and future things I'm able to pick. Hey, but that's cool. We'll make this work. Let's think about the path here. I mean, I will say this is a good deck to have more mana with, because I am getting a lot of draw. So being able to do more stuff with my turns is, you know... Who cares about potions? Can I buy potions still, I wonder? Going from 4 to 5 mana is a lot less exciting than going from 3 to 4. Haugi, that's a great question. Silent is probably the one that I enjoy the most, but, I don't know. I was able to do like 2,000 damage in one hit with the Iron Chad yesterday, so... Oh man, so these are my... I gotta save these potions then. Basically, like these are staying for the heart. Very interesting. So, which path do we want to take? We want to take the one that has as few campfires as possible. And honestly, like, I want even more question marks now because the question marks are my only way to upgrade my cards at this point. My existing cards, if I get real lucky. So I guess we take the westmost path. We get at least one question mark this way. Right off the bat. We could do a couple thousand damage with Iron Chad, but I saw a guy put 4 million poison on the heart a while ago. That sounds fun. Alright, so I think we take this, and then I can kind of decide later if I want to take the shop or the other question mark. I probably take the shop. On the other hand, if I go to the east, if I go to the east, we could I could go and take a shop, take another shop. Although I don't have enough gold to remove twice. We would still get one question mark, and then we would be able to, well, no matter where I go, I'm getting a fire. This does get me a relic, though. Decisions. Very interesting. Okay, I don't need 2 shops. We're going this way. Hey, buddy. Your armor is meaningless to me. I will poison you. Okay, so we'll sucker punch him. That does not get past his armor, but it does weaken him. Let's do this. I should have done that first. Oh, 1,000 cuts. Hey. He'll do a little damage to me. Getting some eggs would be neat. No smithing required. Ah, yes. That would be really, really good, wouldn't it? I know what the eggs are now. I suddenly understand what you guys are referring to. Should I 1,000 cuts? No, this is actually really bad in this combat. So instead, we're going to backflip. I was hoping we would draw Survivor, and we did. Although Defend was actually just as good. Whatever. Deadly Poison. Neutralize. Yeah, because his armor is going to stop me from getting anything through, basically. So, but what we do here is we just play the long game, defend a lot, and just, like we could do this, and okay, we did 1 damage to him, oh boy. But the real name of the game is we're just killing with poison while I defend a lot. 1,000 cuts is just too costly, although I do have 5 mana a turn, which is insane. Yeah, Haugi, I agree. That is the best part about this game, easily. You know what? Why not? Let's use this. So 3... I can still stop all the damage with just these 2 cards, so let's do acrobatics first. Okay, neutralize. I could actually backflip here to gain more cards. He's only doing 7 damage. I could Sucker Punch, but why would I bother? Let's just defend. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the classes, I mean, they did a really good job making the classes feel genuinely different in this game, I think. Okay, he's gonna do 10 damage. Let's get rid of the strike. We have 4 mana still. I feel like I have just an absolutely outrageous amount of mana. Which is good. That's a good thing. Okay, it's 10 armor. Now I need to throw up my armor, so what we'll do is we'll do Survivor. We actually have enough armor not to take damage from him now, so I can still do my Sucker Punch and get a little bit through. Yeah, for sure, Halfington. And part of that I do think is, like, maybe not the best design in terms of the really long climb through the Ascensions, but even if you were, like, shunted directly to Ascension 20, I feel like while the challenge would be incredibly high, there would still probably be some replay value to this game. Backflip again. Okay, my armor situation is sorted out for the turn. Let's strike. Expertise, no zero cost things, so we just end. You've been at A20 for the better part of a year and you're still not tired of it? Wow. That's impressive. I mean, that's a sign that the game is designed well, you know. He's dead next turn. I just want to see how much I can do in one turn here. Alrighty. Obviously, I think we want the blur here, but I'll leave it to you guys. I feel like like there's no reason we want the blade dance. I guess it kind of no, it works with the power that we got, but blur is just insane. Like, blur is so good. All right. Looks like we're going in the direction of blur. Also, with our card draw, we could possibly draw into that blur twice in one turn. Eternal Feather for every... Oh! Wow. That does not seem that good, actually, since we're resting anyway, but I'll take it. I don't need to build a big deck for this. If only you could get all the blurs. Alrighty, I think we go for the shop over the question mark because we really need to remove more cards from the deck. More strikes. Hey, what's up, guys? Let's do the stuff that gets cards first because we may very well get that power. Okay. Backflip again. Okay, we drew it. Doesn't cuts. Noxious Fumes. Neutralize. I don't think it matters which one I kill first. I don't remember. Okay. Not bad. We'll take 7 damage. Back first as a general rule? Ah, I see. Wow, there's the blur. Okay. Might not matter until Ascension... Well, this is Ascension 1, but it's not exactly... they're not exactly impacted by that. I guess I'll just poison the one in the back, you know. We definitely want to cast the blur. Possibly kill them both at the same time. You killed the Transient with Mantra? Yeah, with Divinity. Right. Really good. What can I draw? I cannot draw any cost 0 cards, so we're just going to use Survivor. Taking a bit more damage than I had to, but I'm actually trying to rush out damage on these guys so they don't run away. I don't know if they'll run away if there's still 2 of them. They may only run away if there's only 1. I'm gonna have to find that out at some point. Okay, we'll backflip. You know what? Let's just like dump out damage on this dude. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and use the expertise just to see what the options are. Alright, that's fine. Back runs next turn? Because he's defending? Okay. Okay, I'll do damage to him then. They block, then smoke bomb, doesn't matter how many there are. Okay. I wish I had known that, or I would have tried to shove out the damage on him, you know? I could always, like, shiv right now, but these potions are so valuable since we'll never get a potion again, you know? Okay, wait, he dies next turn. Yeah, he'll lose 9 hit points. He's dead because of the noxious fumes, which I wasn't accounting for. So that's cool. In that case, we'll just focus on the front guy. Not bad. Something tells me we go for Catalyst. That seems really good. Doubling enemies' poison. That seems like it could potentially be a little broken, actually, if we built up enough poison. I do have to wonder what's the upgrade. Triple the enemy's poison? Yeah, too bad we can't. Too bad we can't upgrade it. Guys just jinxed each other there. Now you know how 4 million can happen? Yeah, for sure. Alright, here we are. What is up? We have the gold for the marbles, which does nothing for us, really. We have Lantern. We have the Abacus. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile to gain 6 block. That seems like it would be okay. Well-laid plans, that would be nice. Whenever you apply a debuff to an enemy, they take 3 damage. That also seems like it'd be good, but we can't afford it. Well, I think we just remove. So, can I really not buy... If I try to buy this, it'll tell me I can't. Because it looks like I could buy them. Gain 2 block, 1 gain 2 block, draw 1 card. Yeah, that does seem like a good card. I don't know why I'm checking the upgrade. It's just like a free. It will waste the gold, but it'll still make the purchase. Wow, that's bad design. As good as this card is, I think we just card remove. So it's like, you know, I could get the finesse, but if I get more stuff out of my deck that's not draw or poison, I'm more likely to draw into more draw, you know? So I think we're gonna just get rid of a strike. Okay, so we have 47 gold left. Sadly cannot afford the finesse. Buying unupgraded cards seems meh. No, I agree entirely. That's the other thing. I really have to be careful of that on this run. We could get the well-laid plans. I don't know what that would really do for me that I would care about. I could retain the 1,000 cuts, I guess, if I don't have the mana for it that turn. Or I could retain, like, the catalyst and save it. I think I'd rather just like, not, though. I mean, it's a really good card. I had some fun with it before, but it's not upgraded, you know. And it will never become upgraded. No, we're drawing through our deck fast enough that I don't need well-laid plans, I don't think. Okay, 10 damage. Could go ahead and 1,000 cuts immediately and still have like 1,000,000 mana to go, so that's cool. Prepared. Catalyst. Get rid of one defend. Okay. Probably go ahead and backflip. Ooh, Noxious Fumes. Wouldn't that be nice, but Deadly Poison's also here. I think we go ahead and Noxious Fumes. 1 mana left. I will just defend. Yeah. Not bad. Not a bad first turn. Hopefully I don't get the time guy in Act 3 again, since we're building another one of those decks that just does a lot per turn. Okay, let's... Do I want to go ahead and use Survivor first? I could just have like a huge block hand. That would be kind of funny. Let's Expertise first. Draw a couple cards. Oh, there's Neutralize, alright. I think we want to kill the bird first. So, yeah, we'll just blur. Defend. Survivor. I do have Poison and Catalyst. Time Lord can be defeated with conservative play. That's true. Oh no, I'm hexed. Okay, we are going to be stuffing dazes into my deck every time I do skills, so it's kind of punishing. We certainly want to poison this dude. We do want to backflip, draw more cards. I could go ahead and Catalyst him, but let's, well, I can't draw into more poison, because that's the only poison card left in my deck. Should we just go ahead and Catalyst him? This is 8, and we'll go to 16. Yeah, let's do it. Cool. Still have 2 mana, have a ton of armor. So we'll go ahead and Expertise, see what we get. Okay, so he'll take 16 damage, and then the turn after that, he will just die, so we can start working on this dude in the back. Cool. Alright, don't care what he's gonna do, because he'll just die next turn. Do the backflip to get cards. Do the acrobatics to get cards. This is ethereal, it's going to go away, so I'm actually going to get rid of a defend because I want this in my hand at end of turn. Okay, blur seems nice. Okay, 3 mana. Actually, we'll get rid of a dazed, because then I can stack as much defend as I want. Seems good. Wow, what a good hand. Look at this hand. It's great. It's my punishment for playing a skill-heavy deck, I suppose. Okay, that'll weaken him, that's nice. Perfect hand, yeah! Let's do prepared. Oh. Alright. Believe it or not, like, casting all that is, while it's putting a lot of dazes in my deck, it is doing a bit of damage to him. So it's not terrible. This is ruining my deck, though, I have to admit. Okay, I don't even want to discard these dazed, but, I gotta not take damage, you know? If possible. 4th run. What run is this? This is Ascension 1 for the Silent, so it's technically it is the 5th run, I think. This is 4 characters. It took me an extra try to beat the 4th character. So this is so it took me 5 tries to just win them all the first time. So 6, 7, 7th run. 7th run, but it's Ascension 1 for this guy. Welcome to the stream, Wesley. How you doing, man? Alright, he's just getting beefier and beefier with his big boy strength. Let's go ahead and Sucker Punch, and then Expertise, draw a bunch of cards. Finally, we get our Deadly Poison. Might as well do this. There's my backflip. I think we're gonna get rid of... No, we're not gonna get rid of a Dazed. We're gonna get rid of a Defend. We're going to backflip. I want to draw into all these Dazed. Let's see, 12 times 2 damage. Jesus Christ. Well, if I Deadly Poison him, he will not lose 8 hit points. Yeah, he will not die, unfortunately. Actually, he might. He loses 1 hit point from my power there. Yeah, he's 1 hit point away from death. I should have backflipped, probably. It's okay. We have to heal at campfires anyway, so getting kind of hurt here while it sucks is not as big of a deal as it seems like. Oh, time. I'm guessing that the Poison Stab is what we want here, or nothing at all. It is one way of applying more poison, which we kind of desperately need if we want to, like, double up, if you want to double up poison. It's also a way of applying a poison with an attack, so... I think that's the right call here, rather than skipping. On the other hand, it's not like we can upgrade it ever, so that's kind of a pain. Poison Stab it is, okay. Alright. We gained some hit points from having, actually that, we just went above the threshold, so... 3, 6, 9, 12 hit points from that, pretty great. We are the hit point master. Okay. Let's take this, let's hope we get a nice relic out of this. Okay, it's the Gremlin Leader. I don't remember exactly how this fight goes, but we're gonna find out real soon. Just do prepared. Well, wait a minute. Let's do the thing that gives us more cards. So let's backflip. We're looking for 1,000 cuts. There it is. Cool. This is gonna be awesome, this fight. Just really, really great. Prepared. Okay, we'll get rid of a Defend. We don't need Defends right now. Sadly, that's... Well, actually, we could have used the Defend with Blur, but... that's okay. Should I even bother to try to kill these guys quickly? I feel like they do obnoxious things that make me want to take them out quickly. It's a sad little catalyst that can't do anything. We could just, like, Blur and then Defend and just, like, have 10 block the next turn, but I think instead we... go for the kill on this thing. Okay. I'll take him down to 1 hit point. He'll have armor next turn, which is... it's a shame. But if we can get... I mean, we could poison him, maybe. Yeah, we could do Deadly Poison on him to kill him, but he's just gonna block again. So... what we really want to get is that, my poison power that will poison him at the start of my next turn. That would be amazing. Okay. Go ahead and backflip. 9, 18, 20, 27 damage from him possible, but we're going to reduce that. We're going to reduce that by Sucker Punching him, actually. So now it's only 18, we only need a little more armor. 3 mana left. Certainly we'll burn a poison on him, it's too good. This will give me 3 cards, this will give me 3 cards and a discard. So, I mean, might as well just do this. There's my Noxious Fumes, which is certainly what we want. There's also Poison Stab, but we want the Noxious Fumes. What we'll do is we'll just eat the 3 damage. It's no big deal. This is entirely worth it for dealing with this front shield gremlin, you know? Okay, so this one's gonna die. We can go ahead and backflip. We have a blur, so we'll be able to maintain... Yeah. Maintain that block. I could go ahead and Sucker Punch this guy. He has no armor on. But it may not be necessary. He'll take 2 hit points next turn, so if we hit him with this, he'll die next turn. With that said, I want to blur instead. The thing is, like, we're doing damage with every cast, so in theory, if I drew the right cards, I could, like, just kill him, basically. Let me, No, this is necessary. We'll do this. Well, maybe not. We drew 0 cost cards, but we would have gotten 1 less card if I hadn't used the Sucker Punch, so... Okay, it was Survivor. Get to keep this armor because of Blur. We're not done yet, he says. 12, 24, 36 damage. He's not weak anymore. Backflip. 36 damage. We'd really like to make him weak if possible. I could, like, Poison Stab, Deadly Poison, and then Catalyst, but it's not enough to kill him. We have no more draws in this hand. We got a little memed on, so 12, 24, 36. We could block 10 more damage. Certainly would like to block at least 5 of it. Let's, well... We're gonna do this at least. So that's gonna happen. 10 hit points. Deadly Poison would take it to... I really don't think we can kill him in 1 turn. That would take it to 15. And then we could double it and take it to 30. It's not even close to enough to kill him. So we'll just Deadly Poison him. Also, he's taking 1 hit point from every spell that I cast, but it's just not enough. Yeah, I think we burn 2 blocks. Now we only take like 3 damage, which is really not bad. He's gonna summon his boys, that's fine. We sadly get nothing in the way of card draw. Feeling very good about reducing the size of my deck as much as possible. I should always cast all my cards, if possible, because it is doing damage. Okay, here we go. Now we stand a chance of killing him. 17, that would go to 22, he would be 44. It's almost enough to kill him. Let's backflip and see what we can do here. Oh, hello. Oh, this is almost definitely enough. 44. Oh, yeah. Yeah, GG'd. Got the T set. Well, going into rest sites is becoming less useless. Got the Cultist Potion. JK, no we didn't. Add card to deck. Phantasmal Killer. That's not good for me. Calculated Gamble is pretty good, I guess, but Crippling Cloud I think is what we want because it's the poison. Sadly, it's not upgraded. I wonder what that's like upgraded. Wow. I mean, it's good for AoE. I don't hate it. It's a bit expensive. My instinct is that we would do Crippling Cloud, or we would skip. Got no votes. Okay. Skipping it is. It's probably the right move. Let's go to the question mark. No choice. Come Curse Writhe. Okay, so we would get garbage in our hand forever. But man, I don't know, we kinda need that relic. And I do draw extra cards at the beginning of combat, so it wouldn't be the end of the world, that curse, and we can get rid of it, like, well, it might be a while before we can get rid of it, come to think of it. Man, I'm tempted. I'm real tempted. You always just slam this event, but you don't know if that's right. By slam, I assume you mean you just say, like, open it up. I'm gonna do it. What do we get? We got the ninja scroll. Oh no. Well, that's... If we open up with, I mean, this is not good. This is not good for this deck, but... It does, combo with something in the deck. Ink bottle, whenever you play 10 cards, draw 1 card. That's good. That's really good for this deck. Okay. I mean, look, my hand with Writhe is like, I start with 10 cards in hand, actually. That's pretty wild. Discardable shivs? That's true. I can also discard the Writhe. Okay, well, what can we do to get more cards? We can backflip. So we're gonna, Noxious first. Going to backflip. There's the catalyst. We don't want that. What we're looking for is we want the thing that makes me do damage every time I cast something. That's why I'm saving all these zero cost things. I guess we'll go ahead and apply the neutralize. I need to use one more so I can get to 10 cards with the acrobatics. So I guess I'll go ahead and use the shiv. Acrobatics. Okay, discard a card. That's of course going to be the Writhe. Why not? Still need to draw stuff. So I guess well, I'll use the prepared first. It's expertise. That's completely useless to me. We have too many cards already. Okay, we'll backflip. There's the deadly poison. There's the 1,000 cuts and we can't afford it anymore. Ah! Alright, that's fine. The deadly poison is good. I'll just go for the attacks. Oh, right. Ink bottle. Give me a card. Forgot that. Forgot that was the thing. We just activated ink bottle on the very first turn, so we cast 10 cards this turn. Pretty wild. That's pretty good. Too bad I didn't get to use a blur to keep this armor. 7, 14, 21. Ooh, bad hand. No draw. We just cast it all, I guess. And, we're frail right now. It's painful. If I could get a source of artifact from, like, a relic or something, that would be really good for this dude. Okay, okay, let's, we're gonna use up 3 mana with this hit. Let's apply the poison, and then... Okay, there's the 1,000 cuts. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, we're eating some big damage. But, like, we can't really... I mean, what am I gonna do, get 3 block? Or deal 4 damage is so worthless. Ouch. This guy's no joke. I don't think this is even an elite. Maybe. 16. Okay, we just poison stab and catalyst. Backstab. Well, backstab seems completely... Well, wait. Backstab would use up one of my draws. That's no big deal. That's an upgraded Bane, but I still feel like that's kind of a trap. Flechettes seems okay. Skip, huh? That's interesting. I thought backstab was always what you get, since you just always start with 11 damage that way. But I guess it's better, probably, to get my draw cards. Keep cards low. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Backstab doesn't exhaust, does it? Or does it? Is this considered an elite fight? No, this is just a regular fight. Lame. Okay. It exhausts. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's not really clunking up the deck. It's like a free card that you just cast immediately. Fletchet would have been great for the build. Well, I'm letting Twitch make the decisions on the deck pretty much entirely. Okay, let's do what we can to try to find... Try to find 1,000 cuts. So this is 10 cards in hand. Shiv once, then we'll backflip. There's my catalyst. I guess we'll Shiv again. Shiv again. Takes us to 8 cards, so now we will acrobatics. Deck by committee. Yeah. There's the 1,000 cuts. Which is what we wanted. I could go ahead and poison stab, which would get the artifact off of this dude. Oh, there's good vote too. Yeah, that's the thing. I've only got like one guy voting now. We had a lot of votes before. I think we should lure and get armor for next turn. Probably. On the other hand, you know what? No, let's just... This deck might be beyond repair. I don't necessarily agree. I think this deck is great right now. Well, not great, but it's okay. Okay. So, we definitely have 1,000 cuts active now, so... Oh, man. Okay, 19 damage. Probably gonna want to defend a lot, so let's get rid of the strike. Do some damage there. He has 19 hit points. We can probably kill him, come to think of it. Let's just throw up some block real quick, get our cards. There's a Noxious Fumes. So 5. No, we cannot kill him this turn. But what we could do is we could go ahead and neutralize the guy who's going to do 10 damage. Alternately, we could get a little more damage on this dude. Let's see, that's going to be 8, 5, 10, 18. So we'll only take 1 damage maximum. That leaves me with 1 mana. Yeah, Fumes will burn off the artifacts, which is always good. This one doesn't have artifact anymore. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that it won't apply weak. Yeah, you're right. So we do that. Now it's 16 damage. Now I can just like defend Survivor and get everything back, or take no damage. I mean, yeah. Let's just do that. Great. Perfect, really. Okay, he'll get poisoned, he'll lose 6 hit points, he's dead for sure. Unfortunately, we're frail now, and this dude still has 2 stacks of artifacts, so these backflips are not going to do anything amazing for me right now. If I could, like, neutralize Sucker Punch and get a poison, not in that order, we could get a weak on him, which would be quite nice. Let's just start backflipping. Do this. There's the poison. Let's get rid of a defend. Okay, so if I were to poison him, that takes 1 artifact stack off, and then we could neutralize him. That would still not get him actually weakened, so let's backflip again. Didn't get what we wanted. Damn, that's the turn. No more draw. Okay. Oh wait, there's a Sucker Punch. Okay. Forgot about the ink bottle. So use that just to get rid of the artifact. We Sucker Punch him, reducing damage by a lot. And then it doesn't matter what I do, really. I'm still going to take some damage here. Maybe the deck does suck. This fusion hammer might have been a death sentence. All by itself. Okay, acrobatics first. Get rid of this stupid thing. 10 damage, okay. We have survivor defense, so just do that. We'll just, oh wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's only 9. Crap. Well, we'll survivor first, and we'll get rid of the strike. Then we'll use expertise, see what we can find. Well, that is a catalyst. Yeah, Frail's really obnoxious, especially since we have no decks. So he has 5. If that was 10 right now, we could catalyst for the win. It's paired. Get rid of defend. Guess we backflip. Unfortunately, we didn't draw into neutralize, because that would have made us not take damage this turn. X2. Damn. Alright. Acrobatics first. Okay. Neutralize. Significantly less damage. Very good. Backflip for cards. There's the poison. If we could have somehow drawn into the poison and the catalyst, he would be dead. But we did not. What a shame. Okay. Well, he is weakened. God damn, Frail is just owning me. These are like the worst enemies I could have asked to run into. Come to think of it. It's okay, it's only 2 damage. But we're down to 30, which is unfortunate. Hey, an energy potion that we can't use. I think we don't take any of this. We've already skipped a well-laid plans. Well, we've already skipped an Infinity Blades as well. Well-laid plans is somewhat reasonable, but we're already running through our deck really quickly with draw cards. I'm gonna skip this, actually. Veto. Okay. Do we have no shift tech, dude. That's the unfortunate thing. The only shift tech we have is 1,000 Cuts. This was supposed to be a poison deck, and then we got this dumb ninja scroll. Exactly, Senshi. Oh, we've got it unlocked? Oh, I doubt it. I don't know. I don't know what all is unlocked. Not everything, that's for sure. Okay, 6 damage for each attack played this turn. That's only good if we get it on the first turn with our shivs. That's some sweet shiv tech, though. Playable. If this card is discarded from your hand, draw 1 card. Dramatic entrance. Oh, that's cute. Alright, well, we can't afford these artifacts. The orrery would have been kind of nice, and we actually, goddamn, we can't afford the, I don't like the sound he makes when I don't have enough money. That's certainly something. Anyway, we can't afford that. Yeah, I think we don't take any of this. Another acrobatics wouldn't be terrible, but you know. And dramatic entrance would be okay because it's in it, I suppose. But it doesn't really work with the deck. Although that is like, if I were to draw, if I were to just want my acrobatics upgraded, no need for another. Yeah, well, let me tell you a little something about a relic called Fusion Hammer. Maybe get a potion. Let me tell you about a little relic called Sozu. Anyhow, fusion hammer. Oh, I can't smith at rest sites. I can't upgrade my cards anymore. But yeah, I was gonna say dramatic entrance is like surprisingly not terrible if I were to draw into my 1,000 cuts immediately. Yeah, I'm an energy monster. That's the thing. I want high cost things. I want to cycle through my deck. It's kind of not good. I'm not gonna buy this. Well, zero cost stuff is still handy with 1,000 cuts. I have to say. Like, there is like a, you know, with lots of energy, you don't have to cast high cost stuff. You can just cast a lot of low cost stuff. +1 acrobat. I think I'm gonna just skip this stuff. As far as resting goes, 30 hit points. I'll get 12 hit points back just from entering this rest site. I don't think I need to rest. I think I need to see better cards. Like, I think this character desperately needs... desperately needs upgraded cards. This is not the fight I wanted to see, but okay. Okay, well, we're gonna burn the noxious fumes. We're gonna backflip. Could sucker punch. That would be good. I think we certainly want to blur. Backflip. My hand is full. Oops. It's because the ink bottle triggered. I didn't count that. Whoops, 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 whoops. Okay. Well, let's weaken this dude. Yeah, no, I wanted this to be a big poison guy. Okay, so we're not gonna be using 1,000 cuts this turn, so I can just attack with all that. It'd be nice if I could get rid of this writhe. We didn't even get a particularly fun relic for that. I think we got the feather. I don't remember. Well, I'll do my best to become a poison person. Okay, 17. I need a little more armor if possible. I could just weaken the other one, which is effectively the same thing. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Are those from chess or elite? Maybe. There's my 1,000 cuts. These guys are going to do nothing, so get that active. Stab this dude. Poison this dude. Go ahead and defend because that will do damage to both of them. Can't believe that I'm already frail. Everything here seems to want to frail me. Next turn we'll activate our little ink bottle. Oh wow, they're buffing again. Okay, that's fine. Keep doing that. That's cool with me. Oh my fucking god, are you serious? Oh my god! Why would you do this to me? Okay, well I guess I'll burn the catalyst. Destroy every single one of my defense. We need to get rid of those defense. There's so many things we need to get rid of in this deck. Okay, that's 12 damage. He has 23 poison. It's not enough. At least we're not frail anymore. That's cool. I wonder... 23 plus 6, 29, 32 from the poison, 39. I want to get rid of the strikes first here. Well, that's what I've been doing. We only have one strike left. Let's go ahead and backflip. Okay. I do have to remember that I have 1,000 cuts active, so that's pretty good. think we can kill him now. 23, 29, 32, 30, 30, 39, and then 40, 41 from the 1,000 cuts. And then we just strike and he dies. Okay. Well, we have 4 mana, so we might as well use the acrobatics first. That's a neutralize. Okay, very cool. So, we could neutralize this dude in the back. Why don't we go ahead and just start the engine here where we kill this guy. So 26 poison, 37 hit points. I think I have to burn the sucker punch on him for the damage. Oh. Yeah, okay, so I do have to strike. Alternately, we could burn the neutralize on him and then, like, do a backflip. But that's silly. No, that's not silly. We could gain cards. One of them could be 0 cost. No, it'll be Deadly Poison and Survivor, which we don't actually want to draw. We want to draw those next turn. In fact, Inkwell's going to activate, so we might get it anyway. So check this out. What if I... No, there's no way I can... There's no way I can do it. I can't get the Deadly Poison and cast it and not take damage this turn. Okay, that's fine. We will just strike this dude. Actually, it doesn't really matter what I do, to be honest. Damn it, there's the Deadly Poison. Didn't want to draw that. It's okay. So it doesn't matter if I weaken him, because... Well, it kind of does. I take a little less damage. That's fine. Okay, 8 damage. We want to poison him. We are frail, because why not? But with Blur and with Survivor, we take no damage this turn. So, let's go ahead and... Why don't we go ahead and do that? We'll open up with Survivor, dropping the strike. Okay. We'll Blur, and then we'll Expertise, getting 1,000,000 cards, maximum number of cards. Do Prepared, get rid of the Writhe, neutralize them. We take no damage this turn, so we just basically beat the hell out of him. Very good. Hopefully I get a good card for taking this fight. You know, wouldn't that be nice? Okay, Bouncing Flask. That seems pretty clearly like it's the one. It's sad that we won't be able to upgrade it, but... I think beggars can't be choosers in this case. And then, I don't know, maybe if we're lucky we'll get... If we're lucky we'll find, what's that thing, Apotheosis or whatever? The neutral card? I could upgrade it through events, but I could also get that card that, upgrades everything in my deck. So, we're favoring relic events and upgrade events? Well, I can't pick, but I mean, yeah, of course, if the question marks give me what I want, that's definitely, that would be it. Instead, we get a freaking Snecko battle. How exciting, okay. Well, we'll Fumes. We'll, random events over ref sites. Yeah, for sure. So I already got 9 poison. I think we saved the catalyst. Well, we're not going to be able to... We're not going to be able to cast the thing I would like. So, the 1,000 cuts. So, I'll go ahead and use the shivs. I could go ahead and use the catalyst. I don't want it to become like cost 3 or some crap, but I think instead we do this real quick. Oh, yeah, okay. We can just poison stab him. It's fine. That'll do. That'll do for now. Alright, let's see what happens. We got some free 1,000 cuts, alright. It is too early for Catalyst, yeah. Free backflip, alright. Free survivor, wow. Two cost prep bag, though. He's gonna hit for 8. Could blur, but it would be expensive. Let's backflip for 1. So I Snicko Eye is broken, yeah. 1 cost to neutralize. Blur flip, yeah, we could, hold on. I'm gonna cast my free defend. We probably will blur to keep all this armor for, like, the next turn. Just don't Snicko Eye Pyramid. I don't know what Pyramid does. I almost want to use the prep bag, as dumb as this is. Yeah, let's do it for fun. And we get a 0 cost defend, okay. Get rid of the strike. Defend. Survivor. Never don't discard artifact? What? Wow, does the Snicko thing... Whenever I draw a card, it re-randomizes. Okay. Well then. Okay, this is a big problem. I think we have to expertise first. Okay, that's a little better. Oh wait, we have armor. This is not a problem at all. Derp. There's the Catalyst. Alrighty, so we could just flask Catalyst. Big boy poison, very good. Too bad we'll never upgrade our Catalyst. Okay, there's an upgraded backstab. I still think that getting backstabs is almost always the right choice, personally, even in this deck. Especially an upgraded one. It's just free damage at the beginning, but we skipped one of those before, so... Sneaky Strike and Finisher seem kind of worthless for this deck, only because it's upgraded. I see you're not a fan of the predetermined starter hands. Looks like we're going for the backstab today. Yeah. Okay, rest up. Go to near full, not bad. Take the boss. Alright, this is our boy. I love the fact that we start with a full hand. Pretty insane. Yeah, that's what I thought, Wesley, but I was thinking that even like a backstab non-upgraded is like an auto pickup, you know? Okay, none of this is... Sadly, we didn't draw any of our draw. I gotta get rid of this damn Writhe. Okay, so we just burn this stuff, basically. Sadly, we do not get to poison him, because he starts with Artifact. Oh, right, the ink bottle. Well, we're gonna cast out to charge up the ink bottle. It's a waste of an upgrade sometimes. Well, why do you have to upgrade it, you know? Although I guess it clogs up your starter hand, but in this case our starter hand is so huge, because of Bag of Preparation, among other things. There's the minions. Okay, so first of all, we don't want to expertise yet. We want to Noxious Fumes. I could Deadly Poison, but it would just get knocked off by his artifact. Gotta start thinking of starting draws as a resource. Yeah, I think so too. These guys are gonna steal my cards. I guess they're gonna steal 1,000 cuts. Hey, there you go, Artagus. Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Okay, so we'll probably blur first and then expertise. Okay, good. We still get to use our prep bag. We're not going to be using that. Okay, none of these are 0 cost. Well, I think we actually... Well, no, Sucker Punch is not going to apply the weak. So I guess we just backflip. And hopefully we draw the 1,000 cuts, and that goes on my discard pile. And then they don't get to steal it from me. I think that's the play. Okay, we got it. And the Catalyst, so they don't get to steal any of my favorite cards. Hello, Lilam. Welcome to the stream. Good to see some new faces. This is my first Ascension run with the Silent. I'm pretty new to the game. Oh, wait, did he steal it? How did he steal 1,000 cuts? Oh, okay, I know what happened. This one stole Defend, and then this one, at that point, there was nothing left in my draw pile. So he grabbed it, and it forced the discard pile to go back. That's fun. Okay, well, he has my 1,000 cuts. We know we can't get that. He's prepared. Get rid of the Writhe. Oh man, we gotta take that. I gotta take that back. Just backflip. This is 4 mana here. We could just do all this, get a bunch of armor. 15, 20, 25. That'd be pretty good with the blur. Honestly, that's not terrible. I think we're gonna go ahead and burn the poison on the guy in the back, so I can get my deadly, my 1,000 cuts. Blur, defend. I could pull the neutralize in theory, but nah. Just defend. Cool. You think I should have used Acrobat? Maybe. It's kind of guaranteed, like, armor for the next turn, though, with what I did. Oh, Catalyst, we don't want to use you just yet. Since I have 5 energy. Well, yeah, that's true, but, like, I could use up everything in my hand, and Acro does cost energy, so it would be, like, less stuff I could do, you know? Alright, got the Poison Stab. I could, like, waste the Catalyst on the guy in the back. These guys have so much hit points, man. Usually minions are easier to kill. Catalyst on a minion seems like a hilarious waste. Stacking poison to Catalyst the boss might be the way. I think you might be right. Why am I trying to get 1,000 cuts back so badly? No, you're right, dude. Okay. We're gonna Survivor. We're gonna discard the Catalyst. Okay, we're gonna Expertise to get a bunch of cards back. Bouncing Flask would be nice, wouldn't it? 20 damage, 28 damage. I don't think we want a Bouncing Flask. Oh, the boss doesn't resummon his allies? Well, I didn't know that. I don't think we Flask. Check it out. If I were to Sucker Punch him, that's going to reduce his damage by quite a lot. And then we would still have a backflip. And that will draw into Neutralize, which will also apply weak to another one of these dudes. So we could take, like, no damage. As sexy as Bouncing Flask looks, you know, I think this is the right play. Okay, so what we do is we Sucker Punch the big guy, you know, to do more damage. Okay, that's 14 plus 6 is 20 damage. So we take almost no damage this turn because I did that. I could double weak the main guy, and that might have been the better choice. Yeah, free heal post-combat, sure. But this fight's looking like it's going to last a really long time. To be fair, I am stacking poison every single turn, which is quite nice. Oh yeah, I still full heal after boss. Does that not happen at some point when you ascend high enough? There's a big hit after the defend. Well, let's do prepare. Let's get rid of the writhe. Let's go ahead and backflip. Could be over very quick if I just burn my deck and rush down poison on the boss. Yeah, maybe. I could. But if the allies don't come back, I feel like I want to kill them. Let's see, 9, 18, 27. It's gonna be roughly like 4 turns if I do nothing to this orb. Okay, we'll stack poison on the boss. But if the opportunity comes around to kill this thing in 1 turn, then we'll probably take it. He's gonna laser me next turn. So that's just gonna happen no matter what I do. If I can kill his allies, that gets the damage a little more under control. Alright, so we're gonna blur right now. Then we're gonna expertise. We could use these 2 defends, and then just like go to 20, lose 8, and go to 12 and have that armor for next turn for the hyper beam. Why don't we go ahead and do that? Yeah, I know Catalyst is good. I have used it. I'm aware of how good it is. So there's the 51 damage. Now we can definitely make him weak, which is great. Let's do the prepared first, so I can just kind of see what's coming up. A sucker punch. Yeah, we'll get rid of the catalyst. It's not quite time yet. And then we'll just poison stab him. The ink bottle gave me a writhe. Real question is, do I want to... Let's see, 10... Okay, we're gonna sucker punch him. No, wait, what we're gonna do is we're gonna neutralize him, because this will not get past his armor, but it will make him weak. Now, if we sucker punch this dude, he dies in 2 turns. So I am going to spend... I mean, it's nice. It would have been nice to stack weak on this dude, but this makes me take less damage this turn, and it means he dies faster. Let me just use Survivor. We'll take a bit of damage here. It's okay, though. This guy dies next turn. Get my 1,000 cuts back. Okay. We could also kill the dude in front. Should have probably used a power potion. I'm going to disagree with using a potion here because of the fact that I will never get a potion again. So I'm trying to, because of Sozu here, I'm trying to save these for the heart or whatever. We need to make this deck draw better. Oh yeah, definitely. I agree entirely. I'm taking as many draw cards as I can, or at least I'm advising Twitch to vote that way. Anyway, he is stunned. This is going to be a little close to the wire, but we will win this, I think. Let's see, he's got 23 hit points, he's taking 10. Let's go ahead and backflip. I skipped shop acrobatic. Ah, that's true, I did. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. 13. Strike is not enough. Bad players 0 out of 10. Well, it was because it wasn't upgraded, and I've been very greedy about not buying upgraded things because of the fact that I started with the stupid fusion hammer. But I guess acrobat is fine even without the upgrade. All right, 13 hit points left, 5, that's 11. It's not enough. It is not enough. So let's go ahead and blur. I think I'll just stack the poison on the boss, to be honest. And then we'll just forget the expertise. We're just gonna... Well... No, we'll do 2 defense. And this will give me some armor for the next turn. This guy's gonna be dead, he's not gonna get his attack. This is good, actually. This is fine. Okay, if I can do 2 damage to him this turn, he'll die. Actually, I can just leave him alive because all he's doing is defending. So we'll just stack on the boss some more. There's my 1,000 cuts, finally. Sadly, we have this bouncing flask during a time when there's minions up. And by the way, this is another good reason to kill those minions, so the bouncing flask lands on the boss, you know. He's gonna hit like a madman. 1,000 cuts does seem nice, but I almost want to just like backflip and defend a bunch. 13 times 2 is a lot of damage. Doesn't die for... What now? It doesn't die for bouncing flask purposes? We're not going to bother with 1,000 cuts right now. It's too late to matter. That would have been nice really early on. Now we need to block, is the thing. Okay, that's great. I was really hoping... This is what I wanted to draw into right here. That's awesome. So that significantly reduces the amount of damage I'm taking. In fact, it reduces it to 0. 1 times 2 is 18. Now we can focus on poisoning. And we'll probably use the bouncing flask, but I could blur. That's a big meme. But at that point, let's see, what can I draw if I acrobat? Nothing I can use. I'm not gonna bother to blur. As nice as it would be to have the extra, we want to stack poison. Good, most of them hit him. This thing will die next turn. I get my defend back, guys. Okay. He discharges again. We do a poison stab. We can use expertise. Catalyst is here, which it's time to use it. But the question is, what's in my draw pile? Okay. So expertise is going to straight up give me these 3 cards, there's no question. And my ink bottle is not charged up enough for me to make good use of it. The reason I'm concerned is like I wanted to maybe draw into poison again, but it's just not going to happen. So this will only give me, how many cards? Draw to 6, so it'd be a 4. Actually, it will only give me 2 of these cards. I had that mistaken for acrobat, but it's even worse than I thought. So what we could do is we could like defend expertise. Then I'd have 1 mana left. Yeah, it's just time to catalyst. And then if I expertise now, I get these 3 cards, which I don't care about except for maybe Sucker Punch. Yeah, I'm just trying to maximize the turn. Of course I catalysted. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll defend, and then we'll expertise. I wanted to get something out of my hand so I could draw more cards. We drew the deadly poison. But this wouldn't have happened. The thing is, like, it doesn't matter how I timed this, because the only reason we got this deadly poison is because we had already used the catalyst, so I didn't actually screw up there. We will apply this, though. That's good. He is going to laser beam me, which is not going to matter, because he's going to die. He's got 80 here, so all I have to do is, that, and he's dead. You know, 83 hit points, yeah. Okay, I think Alchemize actually just straight up doesn't work for this deck anymore, which is cute. Like, I'm pretty sure the Sozu cucks me out of that. Burst is amazing. Seems really like the obvious pick. I really wanted to play a fun Alchemized deck, but Sozu definitely guarantees that's not going to happen. Yeah, Burst and Catalyst is a wombo combo. Too bad I can't upgrade the Catalyze. Wouldn't it be nice if I could do that? Alright, I got the Coffee Dripper, which is horrible. Please don't pick that for me. We've got the Busted Crown. Oh my god, you picked the Coffee Dripper. Future card orders have 2 less cards. Okay, so the Crown is dumb because we already have so much energy, although it would be better than the Coffee Dripper. Cage is helpful. I think the Crown might be the best thing here. Yeah, it is a bummer to not be able to upgrade the Burst or the Catalyst. Okay, well, we'll take out the Strike, and we'll take out probably a Defend. No, of course we can get rid of the Writhe. Crown is shit. Yeah, well, we really need good card picks, you know? And so reducing the number of card picks we get is sad. Oh no, it's the Time Man! Okay, is this a joke? Is the Time Guy literally the only Act 3 boss? Yeah, Artagus, the vote is automatically accepted if I wait long enough. Crown with question card is fine. That's true, but we don't have question card. I fought the bird. I have fought the bird, that's true. I think other than the bird, though... I got the Awakener and the Donut boss before? Oh, I did, yeah. I guess I hit my head and forgot. Alright, we have 242 gold. Removing more things from the deck is nice. So is hitting question marks, though. If I take either of these paths, I can get a whole lot of question marks and an elite. I want to favor question marks heavily. You're probably right. Although removing things from my deck is also important still. Like, what's annoying is like I don't want to go to campfires if I can avoid it, because I can't smith there. Okay, there's a lot of question marks on this path. Oh yeah, we're going this way. Yeah, Tide Meter is going to be... You'd get rid of 1,000 cuts before a defend. That's not going to happen. Okay, this is cool. This is a fun hand. Okay, we're gonna, yeah, we'll go ahead and burn this. I'd like to get some armor online, and then I will just start killing this Spiker. Actually, is there any draw here? Okay, there is the Acrobat, and there is the Expertise. Okay, we have 9 cards. We do want to go ahead and attack, but I have no armor yet. Let's get some of this stuff out. Hold on, let me survive it real fast. Well, wait a minute. Burst and discard shivs with Survivor. No. I don't need that much, Well, I'm not playing a shiv deck. These shivs are here strictly because of Ninja Scroll showing up. I'm forced to have these shivs, basically. Okay, let's just shiv once. What I want to do is I want to Acrobat now. So neutralize, that's pretty good. There's a defend. I can kill this dude if I... Well, can I? We could burst Bouncing Flask, that'd be kind of funny. I feel like I'm putting too much thought into this. Yeah, we're just gonna survive real quick. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get rid of the defend is what we'll do. Okay. And then we're just gonna kill the guys in the front. Yeah, that's alright. And then I can just Bouncing Flask right here. Probably be the easiest Time Eater. Well, it's easier with a lot of poison, for sure. Okay, yep. Just noticed my ink bottle is close to 10. Okay, poison is nice to have. This will do 11 damage, so we want to kill him this turn. He's already got 10 poison, hilariously enough. We could just kind of catalyze him for fun. Just backflip and see what happens. Prepared, see what happens. I really don't need to put a whole lot of thought into this fight, to be honest. We can just kind of cast cards, more or less. Oh, there's the 1,000 cuts. Okay, he dies next turn. I could poison stab, but we need more armor. Hey, there's 1,000 cuts. I have just enough. I have just enough mana to cast all this stuff. Okay. Okay, yeah, we can poison stab this dude. Hey, my ink bottle. What a shame. 7 damage. Oh yeah, you're right, I should be setting up ink bottle between fights. Good point. Piercing Whale seems quite nice. That's also an upgraded Sucker Punch, but yeah, I think we want this Piercing Whale really, really badly. I mean, that is a lifesaver, I assume. Although the other backflip is also not terrible, I have to admit. But I mean, Piercing Whale upgrade, goddamn. Although we know we have the Time Lords, so the Piercing Whale doesn't really save us, come to think of it. Yeah, maybe the backflip was better. Okay, we don't have the red mask. Lose all gold, obtain a relic. Whale is good. It's a lot less damage on certain attacks. God damn, lose all my gold. Am I gonna even see a single other shop with the path that I'm going? Doesn't seem like it. It'll be all the way at Act 4, assuming I get there. We're gonna take the relic. Take from others as I have taken from you. Okay. I am kind of curious how to have the red mask, if this is the only place you can get it. Iron Shad, best class. I agree. No, 1 week to all enemies is amazing. Especially since I can stack it if I feel like it. Upgrade to random attacks. Okay. Alright. That's good. That's real good. I'd love to have the upgraded neutralize. That's what I would have upgraded first anyway, if I had the ability. And the upgraded poison stab is just amazing. Okay, good find. Orb Walker. Weakened immediately, hell yeah. Doesn't have artifact, I don't think. No, he doesn't. Is there anything to draw with? Yeah, there is. But I got defense, okay. 3 cards for ink bottle. Let's see what we get. It's a Sucker Punch, alright. Okay, I could have been stacking armor, I suppose. Instead of Piercing Wailing, there's actually no reason to, because we can just Survivor real quick. And have, we blurred, so we'll have a little armor left over, so this is better. Yeah, I think I enjoy playing Silent the most, but I don't know, man. I did 2,000 damage with the Iron Shad yesterday, so... hard to say no to that, you know? Yeah, see, this 1,000 cuts seems crappy right now, but there are certain fights that'll go many, many turns that I think it really gets some value. Probably kill with Catalyst. Yeah, I think you're probably right. If we just Poison Stab... I could, like, Poison Stab, Bouncing Flask, Catalyst. That's gonna be 9 more poison. He has... Oh, he only has 8 poison right now. So, that would be 17 poison. Doubling that does not kill him. Comes close, but it doesn't. So let's do Prepared. That's an Acrobatics. Let's get rid of the cuts. That's not good, really, for this fight. Oh, no... Well, wait a minute. I'm not gonna die. What am I... He can't kill me this turn, or he can't do any damage to me this turn, rather. Yeah, wait till I burst Catalyst. Yeah, that would be nice. I still wish that I had the upgraded Catalyst. Okay, there's a Footwork. I think we take that. Calculated Gamble Plus is also an option. The Footwork will increase the size of my deck without increasing the size of my deck, sort of. For a little min-max, I could have just cast cards to build up the battle. Yeah, Liam mentioned that I should be doing that, and I just keep forgetting to do it, basically. Alright, it looks like the Footwork is what's going to be picked. I assume, unless some more votes happen. Footwork will do a ton of work on a lot of fights here. Alright, question mark. It's just a battle. Okay, this is a great time for Piercing Wail. So why don't we go ahead and 1,000 cuts first. And then we'll do this real quick. There's a Footwork as well that we could be using, but we have, like... Ironically, we have no armor in hand, and we're gonna have no way to draw except for the ink bottle. So we're gonna want the Neutralize. Oddly enough, I think we get rid of Deadly Poison. Yes, we do. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to... Let's just start killing things. So what does the most damage? This guy in the front? Sure. Let's just activate the thing, or get it ready to activate. Alright, now let's Piercing Wail. Awesome. Oh, they're all considered weak now. I forgot it did that too. Still no armor. We'll have the ink bottle. Go ahead and Neutralize. Okay, there's a Defend. Alright. So I could Footwork Defend. That would give me 8, 9. They're going to do 9 damage. I would take 2 of that. Alternately, I could just kill this dude with the Poison Stab and then defend and take no damage. Great. Oh yeah, right, the weak was from Mask. You're right. Yeah. Okay, this is gonna attack for 10. Let's just backflip first. See the cards we've got. This will be fine. This will be sufficient to not take damage. We're just gonna have a nice easy turn. Blur, Survivor. Okay. 5 hit points from the poison. I guess we could double Catalyst real quick, which I think would either kill this guy or come close to it. Yeah, we're gonna burst. Oh yeah, it doubles and then it doubles again, so yeah. Still, it's only 20, damn. That is not enough. That's cool, we will defend. Oh, that's a noxious fumes. 13. I'm more interested in not taking damage. Well, wait a minute. We can cut his hit points down further with, a little bit further. So he has 20 damage coming to him, so he effectively has 11 hit points. Plus 7 from the Sucker Punch, 1 more from the Cut, so 8, and then 9 from using Defend. It's not enough. Sucker will reduce damage, so we're going to sucker this dude, actually. That's 19, 15, 16, 17, 18, not enough. Whatever, we take 1 damage. Okay, fine. Okay. I just want to draw cards. I just want to draw cards. Whatever, I guess we're doing this. Alright. So much draw. I don't care about the footwork at this point. Oh, that's not a skill. Yeah, oops. Okay, that's fine. He's just gonna die. Win time indeed. We took 1 damage, that's fine. Bane I still think is kind of a trap. Dagger Throw is sort of a means of card draw, but not really. I think this is a pretty easy skip. The deck is online, Artagus, that's definitely true. Everybody wants to skip. I think I agree with the skip. Bane is so tempting because it's upgraded, but I'm told it's a trap, and I can see how it is kind of a trap. Set up ink more. Ah, I keep forgetting. You're right. You are right. Alright, we'll skip. Having that set up for this guy would have been nice, too. So he's intangible next turn, I think. But we don't really care. Why Bane when you can just use more poison? Right, exactly. Well, I wish Bane gave more poison is the thing. That's why, I suppose that's why it's a trap. Alright, so we have 10 cards in hand. We need to use at least 1 before we start trying to draw stuff. Why don't we just go ahead and poison stab this dude? Okay, we'll backflip. Hey, Bane when you can Predator. Imagine not having 1,000 cuts in my deck. Cluttering my deck. I love it. I love 1,000 cuts. It's great. Actually, 1,000 cuts is great against a guy who has intangible. Alright, is there anything fun we could burst out? Not really. We do want to weaken him. I mean, 1,000 cuts first turn is what I'm really living for here with this bullshit, you know? It's like a significant amount of damage on first turn extra. Alright, yeah, let's Sucker Punch him. So he's only doing... Oh wait, he was already weakened. Derp. 4, 8, 12. We need a little bit more armor. Honestly, I think we just burn these 2 defends, dude. Well, we could have survived it, but it doesn't really matter. It's not like we have blur. Okay. We'll just swing on him. We will draw a card. It's a Piercing Whale, whatever. We can save that for later. Non-upgraded is sort of sad, I guess. I mean, to be fair, I didn't pick 1,000 Cuts, the Twitch chat did, but I don't completely hate it in the deck. I think it's doing some work for me. I would like it to be upgraded, no question. Right, he's gonna debuff next turn. He's only a little bit poisoned, so Catalyst is dumb. Let's go ahead and let's see. Expertise would only give me 2 cards. Let's blur first, because we know we're gonna want to blur. burn one defend, okay? Then expertise, because we may not want to burn this other defend. This is awesome. We'll prepare it first, though. That's footwork. Tempting to get the footwork on the board. Let's do that. Footwork, deadly poison him, and then we'll keep this armor for the next turn. Oh yeah, I would rather have another Noxious Fumes too than 1,000 cuts. 33 damage, holy shit. Okay, I guess we're gonna try to get some block going. Damn. We're gonna eat a bunch of damage. Okay, that's fine. 1,000 cuts it is. Oh right, I have the ink bottle. I forgot about that. Okay, we'll blur. Okay, if I had managed that turn better, we would have taken no damage. Yeah, I'm not running this fight exactly perfectly. I wonder if... does the poison cut through the intangible? No, it does not. I thought it did. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Well, I mean, 19 cards is really not that many, Wesley. I regularly cast up to 10 cards per turn, so... I mean, it adds up really fast is the thing. He's got 14. We could Catalyst now. Let's, so Acrobat first. Piercing Whale will make me take no damage this turn, so that's great. Go ahead and Prep Bag. If it's a backflip, that's okay. Let's get rid of the Sucker Punch. I have enough mana to keep going. Expertise, and then we'll just do this. Just, 4, 8, 12. We may not even have to waste the Piercing Whale, come to think of it. Yeah. This alone will save me, so let's Survivor, get rid of the Defend. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, that's true, Marrow. That would be a sad time if that's how that worked. Alright, Blur, Defend, Expertise. Not bad. We get to keep this armor. Just add 1,000,000 burns to my hand, why don't you? Alright, he just kind of loses. Or does he? Does he get his, Okay, his intangible doesn't turn on. Okay, cool. Whenever you use a... Oh! Blow me. Are you serious? Alright, the best engine of all time is online. The Ornithopter Sozu combo. Really beautiful. I guess we still have 2 potions, so I mean, that's 10 hit points, but... that makes me a bit sad. Alright, my instinct is to skip this garbage. I suppose the leg sweep is upgraded and we have an awful lot of mana. And deflect is 0 cost, so I don't really want that in my deck. Alright, Mr. Elstrom, you're just trolling me. We're not picking the outmaneuver. We do not need mana. I will skip before we take outmaneuver. I'm tempted by the leg sweep too. I think we're actually going to take that. Because it's upgraded, we have a ton of mana, we tend to have more mana than we know what to do with. And the 3 week just lasts a really long time, and it's 14 block. It's a lot of value. So much value. This question mark was just a regular fight because the game is memeing me. Oh hey, 1,000 cuts. Perfect. See, that now we get to have the fun hand. Okay, neutralize the guy in the back. Do prepared. Let's get rid of the sucker punch, I guess. It's 11 damage on the table still. I could burst out of defend, but let's see what acrobat gives me. Goddamn bouncing flask. Alright. Well, that's... Man, that's annoying. Alright, we'll take some damage, I guess. We'll take 1 damage. It's no big deal, really. Okay, how does this work? Apply 3 weak, gain 14 block. That's really cool. That's gonna be amazing for bosses, actually. 4 hit points. Alright. I really shouldn't waste the catalyst, there's no reason to, just to get 1 damage on all this stuff. But I could do this. Okay, yeah, footwork. I've noticed that with Silent you really don't have to put, like, any thought into, regular fights, and that's why I'm just kind of going brain dead during them. That's the other thing about 1000 Cuts, by the way, is I get to do damage while I'm having big defense turns, which is just real nice. Ascension 1 with 5 energy and lots of block thing. Yeah, good point. I'm not high on the Ascension level yet, so it's gonna look a lot easier than it should be. But one day we will get there. And I will find out what it's like to play at high Ascension level. Why am I dying so often? Well, I was told that even with perfect play, and I don't know if this is accurate or not, but I was told that even with perfect play, essentially you will not win more than like 40% of the time at A20, so I don't know. Burst out a blur, why not? Actually, no, let's burst out an acrobatics because I like cards. I like cards so much. Some bell curve for how easy the game is. 2 viable options per class, and RNG that might kill you, and it'll be so much fun. Ghost in a jar, gain 1 intangible. Oh look, it's a potion I can't drink. I think we'd pick dodge and roll plus here? Is that not correct? Oh, well there is the acrobatics, which I just conveniently didn't see. Caltrops is useless to me. Wow, a lot of different decisions here. I actually really like the dodge and roll, but most people want to skip. Interesting. Wonder what I would have picked under my own decisions. I think I probably would have been torn between dodge and roll and skip. Yeah, well, looks like we skipped. Okay, question mark. There's a shop. I really didn't want to see a shop after burning all that gold. We can't even do a card removal. Can't afford this sick lizard tail. Can't afford Lee's waffle. Can't afford blood vial. Can't afford a goddamn thing, actually, except for this quick slash, which we do not want. Well, wait, we can afford the heal hook. Heal hook might... That's actually not bad. We apply weak at the beginning of every single turn, or every single combat. So if we get it at the beginning, we get... It's like a free card and a free mana. It's bad against Time Eater, but I think we just kind of win. I think we just kind of win against Time Eater right now. We're gonna have, like, because of Leg Sweep, Heal Hook is gonna, like, always be a free card. It's gonna replace itself, I think, like, 100% of the time. Deck is working fine. Well, just because the deck is working fine doesn't mean it can't work better. Like, this is like a free action every turn, essentially. I'm gonna take the Heal Hook. It's like, wait, what are you saying, Liam? Heal Hook is like, just not pick a card. Let me see the upgrade. That doesn't matter because I can't upgrade. Just let me see what my options are for applying weak. There's a lot of weak in this deck. There's Neutralize. There's, Leg Sweep, of course. There is at least one Sucker Punch. Hack the game to get Bouncing Flask here before taking Heal Hook. You know, I'm not going to take that. I'm actually not going to take that. The Heart's going to punish me for casting a lot of stuff, too. Hey, Gremlin Horn. Not bad. A little late for Gremlin Horn, but I'll take it. Hello. Hello, Mr. Man, Mr. Transient. Can we kill him? Can we try to kill him and get the, achievement, the Chivo? I don't think this is the deck to do it. It's not exactly impossible, but I don't think this is the deck to do it. There's no way this kills him. Oh, I don't know, man. I draw enough poison, bro. It'll be incredible. Could get neutralized. Let's just burn the footwork to get it out of the deck. Get a little more cycling, might be able to put like 10 Bouncing Flasks on him. Yeah. That's true. So he's poisoned, he only has 4 poison right now. Whew, he's gonna do a lot of damage. 36 damage. I still think Heal Hook would have been nice against anybody except for Timekeeper and the Heart, because of the fact that I've got the 1,000 cuts. It's just more stuff happening, you know? Okay, let's Leg Sweep him. Smack Foot. Let's, 28 damage. Yeah, if we go ahead and Bouncing Flask him, he'll not, hurt me. Wow, amazing turn. Okay, we got memed on by our cards here. Place itself deals 5 damage and net 0 energy. Doesn't seem to consider draw slots a resource. Well, the draw slot is a resource, but the thing is that, like, because I'm struggling to envision a turn where, because this guy happens to start every single time, like, the enemies are already weak. So if I draw it on my first turn, it replaces. Great. If I draw it later, I probably have weak in my hand already, you know? Guess what not picking Heel Hook does? Takes a card out of your deck. I mean, the big thing is the red mask for me, because it's like the one situation where I feel like this deck doesn't get to apply the Heel Hook and get everything back. That's a card. You guys are just like straight up ignoring the damage that it does. I don't know, man. It's like, I know it's only 5 damage, but it's not negligible, because it's 5 damage and it's a card cast, so... And the thing is, if you cycle the deck hard enough, that turns into doing it multiple times in one turn. It's only bad for Time Eater will be positive in every other fight. I think I agree with that. Honestly, even with the heart dealing a damage to you, I think it's a positive. Okay, so... We have Leg Sweep. We could burst out Leg Sweep. That'd be kind of cute. I'm not even going to bother with Noxious Fumes. Forget it. Five damage is trivial-ish. But you're not talking about 5 damage, you're talking about 5 damage as many times as you're able to cycle through it per fight. You know, doing more things in a turn. It's a delicate engine, for sure, but if you can get that going... Slim chance. No, I mean, yeah, I'm not trying to discount that there is a chance that you draw it under bad conditions, but... Hold up. Hey, we can just go ahead and bounce Catalyst here. He'll take 28 damage, but then he'll take enough that he won't do any damage to me. Whoa, hold up. How did I take 7 damage? Did that do less to him than I thought it would? I thought that would shackle him and reduce his strength, and I wasn't paying enough attention. Alrighty, oh yeah, we want the second Noxious Fumes. I'm just taking that. Yeah, I gotta say, I think I just disagree. Like, the idea that it's 10 damage under favorable conditions, I don't... Depends on how long the fight lasts. I think you could easily, depending on what your draw looks like, you could get that up to like 25 damage a fight from just that card, and it's costing you like basically nothing. Max stab is pretty bad unless it's early. Oh wow. See, like, I would actually favor Heel Hook over Backstab with the way that this deck is looking. Wait, what was the... Hold up. I have to remove a card? And then I get... Oh, I offer a card, I see. So, if I offer a rarer card, something better happens? Is that the idea? This is like the one thing that would make me, want to get 1,000 Cuts out of this deck. But no, really, is that really how that works? If you offer a rare card, then you... Or legendary, whatever, I don't know what the things are, I don't know what the rarity levels are. A rare will increase your max hit points and full heal. What will a legendary do? Or is this actually rare? Was I saying it right the first time? Remove 1,000 Cuts. I'm not just going to remove 1,000 Cuts for the sake of removing 1,000 Cuts. I want to know what the rewards actually are. Which, it's kind of sad that it didn't tell me what it was. If it gives me max hit points, I guess I'll do it. There's no other rares that I would want to get rid of, so... Common, uncommon, rare, I see. Max hit points plus 10, alright. I didn't really need the heal, but this elite could go badly potentially, so remove 1,000 cuts. There really is so much hate for 1,000 cuts right now. Okay, anyway, these guys killed themselves, so I'm just going to mess up the boss, basically. There's my acrobatics, that's not bad. I don't need to hunt for 1,000 cuts anymore, so I can just, like, hand dump and not feel bad about it. Kill daggers, they mess you up big time. I thought they die after the next turn. Malcolm, 1,000 cuts froze. I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, could just keep the boss, or the elite, leg swept forever. They're 20 damage each. Shit. Let me see if I can get a hold of a blur. If I can get a blur, then we'll just leg sweep. We'll just burst leg sweep. That's a footwork. Okay, well, I already used my damage on the boss. We may be able to do something similar next turn, though. I think I'll just, like... I should probably just use footwork, to be honest. Like footwork, piercing wail. Shiv potion time. Well... I don't think so, man. We're gonna heal after this anyway, because there's a campfire. So we're just gonna footwork, and then I'm not gonna waste my piercing wail. Actually, we will leg sweep this dude. He'll be weak forever. It'll be awesome. Yeah, they do hit for 25. God damn. Okay. Well, we have the more block now. Let's get rid of Catalyst. There's no way that we would turn that into something good. Backflip, come on. Damn it. Oh, we got memed. We got memed hard. We're going to take a shitload of damage. Wait a minute. No, I still have the expertise. Probably should have used the expertise first. Let's... defend. I don't know why I thought they died after one turn, not two. It was a huge mistake. Okay. It's not going to be enough armor. We're going to take an enormous amount of damage here, but I have to live with my mistake. Alright, this is alright. We did draw the neutralize. So I'm going to weaken one of these dudes for significantly less damage. Blur is not meaningful since we'll not be blocking all this for sure. So what we'll do is we'll Survivor. Okay. Alright, I have Gremlin. Should have been killing these guys anyway for the Gremlin. Alright. So let's do this. Let's do this right this time. Prepared, get rid of the wound. Wow, she's doing 22 damage even though she's weakened. That's really cute. Well, this is definitely the piercing wail turn, but if I am careful, I might be able to burst it out. So backflip a couple of times. Okay, we got a blur. Yeah, they do have a huge swing in their pattern, then they die. Alright. 21. We have to piercing wail. Just no question. Okay. Still taking huge amount of damage here. Could Survivor. Gives me 31. Just not enough to... Well, it's almost enough to take no damage. Or I could Noxious Fumes and get this engine going. Oh man, this sucks. I thought this fight was going to be like a joke, but it's actually kind of hard. Bad hand, turn 1 and 2, yeah. That is true. It's okay, we're still gonna full heal when we hit the camp, as long as I don't take any more damage. I need to be killing these guys on my turn, though, if possible. Alright, good. Finally, only 25 damage. Alright, so... Bad hands can only happen with large decks. I think bad hands can technically still happen with small decks, it's just very, very unlikely. Alright, so I have 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. We might as well go ahead and use the acrobatics. Dropping the wound. Goddamn catalyst. 12, 8. Can we kill this thing? We actually cannot kill this thing. Amazing. Well, if I... Hold on. If I were to hit this guy for 8... Okay, then I would do 4 poison damage, then I would double it once, making that 8 poison damage, and then I would double it again with burst, making that 16 poison damage, right? So 16 plus 8 is more than 21. So this guy will die if I do this. Unless I'm misunderstanding how this works. Hello, Practice Pad, how you doing, man? I hate to waste the catalyst, by the way. Oh yeah, he dies. Awesome. And then we'll just go ahead and use the noxious fumes. Yeah, welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you here before. I hope you like Slay the Spire. Not the best pilot in this game yet, but I'll get there. Best deck, 10-card deck with Pyramid and Heel Hook. Yeah! Okay, this will... We can now actually... we can just bouncing flash these guys, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah. So he'll die in a couple of turns if I do a little bit more damage to him, which I will. Go ahead and backflip. Okay. Could neutralize him to make sure he dies in 2 turns. But I don't think it's necessary with Noxious Fumes. It's very strongly held opinions about Heel Hook over here. Man, I wish I had more mana. It's weird that I need more mana, but I sure wish I had more mana. Okay, well, actually neutralize the, this guy here. Okay, we'll blur. And we're gonna burn a defend. Okay. So if she decides to attack next turn, or even if she doesn't, I've got all this armor left over. Man, I sure wish I had a 1,000 cuts, guys. Wouldn't that be nice if I had 1,000 cuts for this fight? It would actually be great, wouldn't it? Wouldn't actually help. It would be killing these dudes so much faster. Okay, she's gonna attack like a madman. Wow, I'm just gonna take a shitload of damage again. We have to damage this guy. 11. It's just barely not enough to kill him. Damn. So we've gotta use deadly poison on him. Turn away for 1 minute and 1,000 cuts is gone. Yeah, well, we ran into the thing that let me, that gave me plus 10 max HP. I need to play 20 cards in 2 turns. You guys are acting like 1,000 cuts has to do, like, all the work by itself. You know, like, it's like, it's such a straw man, you know, you build a straw man like, well, you know, 1,000 cuts is bad because it does damage so slowly and you have to do everything just with 1,000 cuts. It's like, it's additive, you know, you say how much benefit is this giving me over time alongside other cards. At least that's how I see it. Alright, I'd probably go ahead and poison stab the knife, to be honest. Like, we're just not killing these things fast enough. It's free real estate. It would be in this fight for sure. Okay. Defend, defend, survivor. Could have just played like good. You're right, I could have picked heel hook and I could have kept my 1,000 cuts. Sending backstab into face. Yeah, sure, I could have killed the knives first. But if you think that this fight doomed the run... that's... Oh, Artaga said that, I see. No, I don't think the fight is doomed. This is just like a bad elite fight, but it's like... We'll still have full hit points, I think, for the boss. Well, I'm saying that 1,000 cuts, it really wouldn't have mattered if I had misplayed or not. We would have been killing the daggers quicker. Huh. Anyway, if I burst out, I could get more cards with backflip. This guy dies for sure, so we just really want to do Noxious Fumes. Do I want the cards? I don't have Catalyst anymore. We will get Leg Sweep, which is borderline useless right now. I guess it applies weak, which would be okay. I think instead we... I think we actually... Weirdly enough, I think we burst out Acrobat here. Okay. Backflip or leg sweep. Yeah, the channel points accumulate pretty quickly, especially if you're not using them, I've found. It's pretty wild. Okay, it's between leg sweeping this dude and backflipping to try to get some, like a poison stab or something. He's probably going to attack next turn, but he's already weak. And we don't get to keep that armor. It's not like we're blurred right now, so I think we backflip. Okay, so best of both worlds, really. We apply another weak and we do a little bit of damage to him. There's our poison stab. And he is, in fact, attacking. 5 energy. This guy starts with a nice 5 poison on him. This is going to do 12. 12 plus 5 is 17. Unless all 3 land on this dude. Like, all 3 would have to land on the dagger for this to work, for this flask to work. On the other hand, I'm going to have to cast some of this stuff anyway if I want the expertise to do anything, to be able to do more stuff with this hand. It may be time to drink the Shiv Potion. We'll see. Let's see what this does. Hell yeah! Poison immune enemies. Jesus. Yeah, that would be real unfortunate for Silence. It's called Artifact. Yeah, right, that basically does exist. Alright, we draw this stuff, none of it's 0 cost, that's fine. Okay, we have to Survivor. We're gonna eat some damage from this dude, unfortunately. So this fight is pretty brutal for this deck, I really have to say. He does 22. It's kind of weird that she's not like summoning. I didn't think she attacked twice in a row. Okay, we'll I'll backflip. I will not burst it out. Leg sweep is great. Leg sweep is actually amazing in this situation. We might even burst it out. Let's see. 16, that'd be enough to block the damage. No, we'll just do one leg sweep, and what we'll do is we'll burst out the deadly poison. Perfect. Great. Would have had a much easier fight if I backstabbed the correct thing. Yes, I realize. You understand what happened, right? Like, I thought that they attacked once and then exploded. I completely just, like, forgot that they have the second attack that does more damage and then they explode. Part of it is that I played a run against this chick where she was just, like, super easy because I had the intangible, the little cards that give you intangible. I got, like, 5 of them from an event. And it made the fight into a joke. Wow, what a hand. Intangible makes everything easy. That's true. It did make the run pretty straightforward. Alright, she's dead. I guess eventually she just stops pulling daggers and just straight up attacks. So Orichalcum is completely useless to this character for the most part. Choke seems good. Yeah, Choke seems like the only thing that's remotely worth picking here. The stream hours are getting more and more ridiculous. Yeah, they are. Choke seems like it's gonna choke your hand. Yeah, you're right, it is 2 cost. No, I'm ridiculous. Alright. Yeah, this isn't really a choke deck, is it? It's, I'm not shivving that much. I guess if you guys hate 1,000 Cuts, you're gonna hate choke as well. Basically the same. If you're gonna hate one, you know, that's the same kind of mechanic. Choke is only pickable Act 1 if you're desperate for damage. Is Choke not good in a Shiv deck? Like a genuine Shiv deck? Alright, let's just kill this dude in the front, you know? Prepare. We're not gonna need this, yeah, we're not gonna need this much card draw. We'll just kind of burn hand. Let me, oh, oops, wait. I should not have discarded that. Oh well, we'll just do this. And go to the next turn. $17, $13, dang. And we have no draw, holy shit. Well, we'll sucker punch the dude that does damage. I guess do that. There's no way to kill these guys. Like, Deadly Poison Catalyst is only 10 poison. I mean, we could like set this guy up to be dead in a couple of turns, so that's fine. I could get a poison stab that does nothing. I was hoping I would activate the ink bottle and have neutralized so I could tag that guy with it, you know. Eating way more damage than I need to be taking. I'm really lucky that I'll be able to heal most of this before the fight still. Try to take no damage from this fight, and then we'll heal just an awful lot. They refuse to pick cards that are not shivs. Okay, this guy will die. 13 damage is still gonna happen. We have Blur, we have Survivor, and we have Footwork. That's pretty sick. We could also do this. Wait, he's already weakened. Derp, okay. Wow. We're not drawing into our draw anymore. Suddenly I care more about having less cards in my deck. Or at least having more draw. It's fine though, didn't take more damage. 20 here. This is fine. This is fine. I could probably kill this dude instead of trying to defend against him. No, he's got armor. It's probably not going to happen. What is it, like 8? And then 4, so 12. Plus 10 if I burst out the deadly poison is 22. 22 plus 8 is 30. It's not enough. And also the... I'm counting damage that wouldn't get through the armor, so we're not going to kill him. We'll have to armor through this stuff. We can just backflip again. Yeah, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Instead of bursting, we will, we have enough armor. We're just going to stab this dude and poison this one. He'll die in a couple of turns. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what corruption is either. Skills cost 0 and exhaust. Oh god. You're gonna burn all the skills out of your deck really fast. I hope you can win quickly. He does 16 damage. No big deal. Wow. Alright. Is Bouncing Flask the play here? No, it's definitely not. Kind of is. I'll just defend longer, it's fine. These guys are poisoned, they'll die. Attack him, he's weakened. What we'll do is we will expertise first, because if I try to like defend survivor, it'll kill my expertise. So what we'll do is we'll defend first actually. Expertise get more cards. Repair. It's poison stab, I like to see that. 12 damage, we only need 5 more. 5 more armor. Just blur to get that. We'll, see, I don't need to do any more damage to this guy, because he'll take damage now, and then he'll take more damage next turn and die. So, just stack some damage on this dude, basically. Survivor. Okay, then everything dies. Poison, poison. Just don't turn and they die. Took way more damage in that fight than I needed to. Just played it wrong. This is all bad, except for Skewer might be okay because we have 5 mana, but that's still like 50 damage for my entire, like, all my energy, which seems bad. Pretty sure we're gonna skip this. Yeah, like 50 is nice, but like that's the entire, that's in the case where I'm using my whole, like, all of my mana to do it, and I feel like that just screws me out of a big turn, you know. It's like a rare scenario where that's going to be what I want. Okay, good. It's an easy fight. Let's not do stupid things and screw it up. Alright, I'm just gonna immediately backstab this dude. Shiv. Wait a minute. If I draw like a sucker punch or something, we can kill him in 1 more card. I definitely want to footwork. Then I will backflip. Okay, that's, wait, there's the neutralize and the shift. So we can neutralize shift to kill this guy if need be. I want a Noxious Fumes, that's really important. 2 more mana. Could go ahead and deadly poison one of the Thorns guys. All out is AoE. Yeah, all out is AoE. But we really don't have many fights left. How about them Clash, Rage, Ironclad decks? I just want Limit Break Iron Shad decks, man. Alright. Neutralize, Shiv. Now he's dead. There's the Sucker Punch I wanted, but that's okay. I keep forgetting that I do in fact have a Gremlin Horn, so I can have bigger turns by killing these little guys. I mean, we're safe for next turn. This is just about doing damage now. Or possibly trying to draw into a blur. It's just like... I mean, we have to kill this exploder still. Sucker punch him. We'll go ahead and deadly poison this guy. And honestly, I will just burn my catalyst. Why not? He will explode, but I think we have plenty of time to deal with that. 7 and 6. Okay, there's more noxious fumes. Blur. Please defend. Defend would be another... Can we kill him fast enough with the next hand? What's in the next hand? It's a piercing wheel. Explodes in 2 turns. So we have 1 more turn, I think, and then that ticks down, and if we draw the poison stab, he dies. Bouncing flask would be fine too. Let's just defend. Okay, so yeah, at the end of his next turn, I've never actually seen one of these things explode. Yeah, so it even says the question marks, like he's done. 7 damage is coming, plus 30. So 37 damage is coming. I would like to kill him if possible. I bet Piercing Wheel doesn't even apply to that. Okay, I don't want to really roll the dice on Bouncing Flask. We can just get enough armor to block all this, I think. If we just, I mean, I could burst out Bouncing Flask, but if I just Acrobatics, we'll probably be okay. Worst case scenario, I can make shivs and kill that guy, probably. So we use Acrobatics. I could burst Acrobatics, I guess. Doesn't Knife kill? Burst and Acro for Knife. What are you talking about? Knife? Have I... Oh, you mean because of the fact that Stab? Oh, yeah. Probably I should have done that. Acrobatics will give me Poison Stab. Yeah, okay. I should have kept the what do you call it? The flask. But the thing is, there's no guarantee the flask will even hit that guy, so let's get rid of this 1 defend. Get 3 more cards. There's a poison. That should be enough. Stab plus poison should be enough. Okay, so 10, and then I have to poison him. No, I do the same thing, Wesley. Especially if I'm sleepy, which I am right now. Sadly no blurs, so it doesn't matter what I do here, really. Except I could expertise and draw into a 0-cost thing, which I did not. Okay. Great. I don't really want to attack these guys. I don't feel like taking Thorns damage. So I won't even bother. Aw, no blur. Okay. I could have seen probably that there was no blur. Well, no, it wasn't the draw pile. What happened to burst? I heard burst flask was good. I didn't see the burst in my hand. That's 100% my bad. I'm not paying enough attention to this fight. With that said, it doesn't really matter. I can take 7 damage here and still take no damage next turn. This is like a joke fight. We'll still take no damage for the entire fight. Loses 20 hit points, he's dead. Yay, a potion I can't actually drink. There's another upgraded leg sweep, there's an upgraded dodge and roll, which we skipped before. Eventually I will remember to set up the ink before you say it. It's that Twitch delay that's killing me here. It's like you say it and it's right when I do the last action. It's like 7 seconds or so. Yeah, no, I think we skipped this. The second leg sweep is just kind of superfluous at this point. Okie doke. So we gain 1,000,000 hit points. Probably go, yeah, really close to full. I don't think we lose this. It might be pretty close. I do have extra energy from the T-set. Gotta actually handle this fight perfectly, so I'm gonna try to pay attention here. So he's weakened now, which doesn't matter. I won't lose it. I don't think I'll lose it. I just think I have to play it well. That's all. Should be easy. We'll see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna burn Noxious Fumes. Yeah, the shivs are gonna cuck me. That's unfortunate. That is what it is. I do think we're probably gonna leg sweep him. Let me use prepared. I wanna. Okay, that sucks. I wanted to tutor. I really want to tutor out a burst so I can just instantly burst flask him. Draw into burst maybe. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay, so we'll backstab. We'll shiv. That's ink bottle. We got a sucker punch instead. So we're just, yeah, we got memed on. Wait, I do have backflip. I didn't see the backflip. No, I agree entirely that we use the shivs now. There's no question. Honestly, I want him to activate his time warp right now, because next turn he doesn't attack. Okay, there's deadly poison. That's not really what we wanted. 7 more cards. Important thing to remember is the haste turn. When he does the buff heal at half hit points, but also purges poison. So trying to get a big catalyst to skip that could be pretty crucial. Yeah, right. Well, I didn't know that purges poison, so yeah. No, we can totally trigger him this turn, by the way. Let me just think. I mean, we definitely have the mana. I want to know if 7 plus 7. Yeah, no, we can't trigger the ink bottle, sadly, but we can trigger him. Okay. Neutralize. So we're gonna stack a ton of weak on him. It's gonna be awesome. Poison. Bouncing flask. Okay, so we don't get the leg sweep actually if we want to trigger him, which is fine. We'll just sucker punch him and we'll defend. Exactly 12. Now he attacks for 31, even though he's weak. Big shame. Save the catalyst. We really, really want to burst that. You know what would be really sweet is if we had some decks right now. I think we have to, like, blur... Okay, actually, no. We do Survivor first. We get rid of Catalyst. There's no way we're doing this so early. We want to Expertise at some point. I think we blur first. Well, we might as well go ahead and burn the Piercing Well, get it out of the deck. Gives me my Poison Stab. I'll take that. Okay. Let's Expertise and get all the cards. Okay, I can either Blur, which will make me take 5 less damage here, or I can Noxious Fumes, which will set up more poison for the rest of the fight. I think we go ahead and Noxious Fumes. It thins my deck, which is really, really important. Sure hope I'm not going to need these potions, because I kind of have committed to saving those for the heart. Yeah. Big damage, 6, 12, 18. I probably should have saved the strength minus for like a multi-attack turn, but I kind of opted for just getting it out of the deck sooner. There's the footwork that I wanted soon, and got late. Okay. Go ahead and use that. 6 more actions. I think we defend. I think we Expertise. Okay. 4 actions. This is 1, 2, 3, and then the burst counts for double. So let's go ahead and use the prepared just to see what options we've got. Okay. So this is interesting. I can either burst out a deadly poison or I can burst out a survivor. 6, 12, 18. If I burst out a survivor... Wait a minute. No. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, that's exactly enough. I was gonna say if we try to burst and it's on like 10 here, then I don't think it gives me my second card or my copy. So yeah, I think we survivor here despite the fact that we've got a deadly poison because otherwise we take 11 damage and well, no. One option would be to survivor and then just deadly poison. But then that would leave me with a shitty turn for the next turn, since we would only get one action, which of course we don't want. It's just a shame. It's a shame that the time warp works that way. Strength also is going to get out of hand very, very quickly. Okay, we will backflip to get cards. There's the poison stab. There's the bouncing flask. It's still not time to catalyst. Unfortunately. Like, we could catalyst, but if the poison does indeed get wiped out by his healing ability, that means we pretty much have to save the catalyst for a time when we can kill him, you know? One more cycle. Yeah, I think so too. We will not use a defend here to try to ratchet up the time warp. We can have a bigger turn next turn if we don't do that. Oh god, we're vulnerable. He's not weak. But we do have a nice big hand here with leg sweep and neutralize, so that's really, really good. We also have blur, which is amazing. Blur leg sweep, great combo. Hey, Mudkit, thank you for the follow, my friend. Let's backflip first, see what cards we can get. Okay. 8 more cards. Take that down to 6 if I just blur leg sweep, which blocks most of this damage, not all of it. Maybe just like blur leg sweep survivor. I'm trying to not use too many cards so I can actually have a decent turn next turn. Although we could just trigger him. Can I do 8 more things this turn? Not really. I don't think neutralize is even worth using, frankly. It's just like ratcheting this up. We have a huge turn coming up though. Potentially, unless we just draw 5 defense. Wouldn't that be cute? Alright, we're gonna blur. We're gonna leg sweep. We're gonna survivor. Okay. 12, 24, 36. We don't take any damage here. 7, only 5 things to cast, so my big turn is going to be a small turn if I do one more thing, so we're not going to use the neutralize. It's already a smaller turn than I'd like. Start of its turn loses 48 hit points. So that's all the poison. This is an awesome turn. Holy shit. Poison stab. Deadly poison. Wait a minute. After 2 abilities, this is going to trigger. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can't do what I want to do. I sure hope we don't. I sure hope that the ink bottle doesn't sort of cuck me by giving me burst. That would be a real shame. Okay, good. Gave me a defend, that's awesome. And then we'll trigger... Oh shit, wait! I miscounted! Oh no. I miscounted, that's gonna... I thought it was one more. So we'll only get 2 actions next turn. Which could be the Burst Catalyst, I suppose. Would that be enough to kill him, actually? Let me think about this. No, I can't Burst Catalyst, because that's technically 3 actions. That's the thing I was talking about earlier. So this may be the time to unmeme myself by using shivs, which are really, really honestly unlikely to be... Yeah, Burst Catalyst kills it, but I'm saying if I... Let's say I draw the Burst and the Catalyst next turn, it doesn't matter if I don't activate his thing, because he's on 10. So that's like 11 Burst, 12 Catalyst, 13 other Catalyst. I feel like I want the Shiv. Yeah, I could do the Power Potion too, but the Power Potion is going to be more useful, potentially. Trigger the Snowflake. Ah ha ha. Sadly, there's going to be a Shiv in my deck. Okay, so he's going to heal next turn. And we do get our Burst Catalyst. Here it is. That's very cool, baby. Burst Catalyst. That's enough to kill him. Just a casual 280 hit points. Ideally, I would have drank the Power Potion on turn 1. That's true, unless I wanted to save it for the heart. Which I do. Because I'm greedy, and I'm not going to get any more potions on account of El Sozu here. Keeping the Power Potion is better than keeping the shifts. Yeah, that was my thinking. Okay, well let's just end turn. He dies, right? It's the first time I've killed him without him being able to heal. Yeah. I haven't beaten the extended boss with Silent yet. You have to get all 3 keys. So 1 you get from a campfire, 1 you get from the special elite that will show up if you look at the map. Oh, and yeah, you have to beat all the carriages. And the third key you get from chest, I think. So look at this sad stuff. Can't smith, I just rest for no reason. Nothing from that camp. Come on, college boy. Thank you, seriously. I really appreciate that.
What up, my dude?
What's up? We're potentially about to lose to the heart. We'll see. Yeah, no, there's no luck. You can do it as anytime you want to, really. You just have to look for, like, okay, so see this elite? Like, he'll have little shadows around him. So you have to watch. What you're probably doing, what I'm guessing that you're doing is you're missing the super elite. He'll have little shadows flowing around him. So you have to carefully take the path that leads you to that one, and he'll drop a key. And then the other ones are really obvious, because it's like you'll have the chance to get the red key out of the campfire, and you'll have a chance to get the, well, not a chance, you'll have the option of getting the red key out of the fire, and the other key out of the, any chest that you come across. Anyway, it's really too bad that we can't afford this apotheosis. This would be just amazing. Just amazing, wouldn't it? Because all of our cards, almost all of our cards, are unupgraded trash. This would, that apotheosis, I even mentioned that I wanted apotheosis, but nope, not tonight. We could get a second bouncing flask. That would be okay. We could get a third noxious fumes, which is just hilarious. We could simply remove a defend. We could buy a happy flower, which is quite good. Wow, so many decisions. I honestly think we might just, like, die to the spear and the shield. Well, my instinct is to take the Happy Flower. I think that's going to have the most impact. Either that or the Fumes. Although, the Fumes is not going to have a huge impact because the Heart, if I don't kill him relatively quickly, I just lose. Like, he just does too much damage. We don't have the kind of like armor engine that this deck requires to like survive long term against the Heart, I don't think. We could get rid of a defend. That would be all right. The idea of a third Noxious Fumes is really attractive, though. God, I wish we could get, like, this and something else. Just get Noxious Fumes and a Bouncing Flask, just, like, make the deck huge. Get a million poison. This decision would be so easy if we could afford Apotheosis. But he's not having it. Can't afford. Alright, I'm gonna go for the thing that is definitely going to help. I'm gonna get the flower. That will give me turns that are bigger. Once in a while. Hard to go wrong with the flower. Haha! Okay. So, we wore off both of their artifacts with the weaken, that's nice. So this guy's gonna do 10 damage. Let's actually kill the spear first. Since this guy's gonna have armor, you know. Well, wait, the armor doesn't matter. Whoops, we should have attacked the Spire. Alright, that's okay. We really want to kill the spear first anyway. After taking this fight a few times, I have come to the conclusion that this thing is a lot more dangerous, even though it starts with more hit points. So, like, you would think you want to kill this and then move on to the thing that dies faster, but or that dies slower. But this is the thing that's actually doing damage to me. Alright, anyway, it's prepared. There's a Noxious Fumes. Okay, that's cool. We can get rid of this defend. Got the Deadly Poison, that's awesome. I'm just gonna burn both of my Fumes, because they're great. We still have Burst, we still have Backflip. Burst, Backflip, completely protects me from damage from him. On the other hand, we could just, like, Backflip Survivor. And that would still give me time to, the ability to burst Deadly Poison, so let's do that. Oh, Bouncing Flask, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't quite do all of the things I'd like to do. 10 poison, 3, 6, 9. Maybe like burst Bouncing Flask and then Survivor. That's 9 poison, man. That adds up really quick. 2, 3. Expertise is useless to me. Like, we might draw a Neutralize, maybe. Yeah, let's burst out Bouncing Flask. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. If I do this, and I'm pointed towards the wrong direction, I take way more damage from him. Yep. So I'm gonna have to take less damage here. And instead use the Survivor. Bouncing Flask does not turn you around. Oh! Are you sure? Well, that's... I wish I had known that before I took the turn. That's okay. Okay. Backflip first. Okay, so that's 30 damage, holy shit. And we have no ability to draw except from Ink Bottle, which we're about to trigger. I think we neutralize this dude. Okay. Oh no! Okay. Well, I wanted to face towards this guy. Oh, this blows. 2, 3, 4. God damn it. Well, we're gonna blur, there's no question about that. It's just a matter of how much damage I want to take. It's too bad we drew into so many defends. So, yeah, I will poison stab him. I was just hoping I would... Yeah, no, we will do that. What I wanted to draw into was my wailing. But in retrospect, I should have known. I should have been paying more attention because my draw pile is empty, so I could have planned for that. A lot of damage. Holy shit, we're in a bad place for the heart now. I don't think we're going to kill the heart this time, actually. It's a win, but, you know, not against the heart. Oh, hey, we could burst out leg sweep. That would be sick. What is that ability? What does that buff do, I wonder? I don't remember. Okay, well, there's no question in my mind that I want to burst out leg sweep. Because this, yeah, I just need the... I need the armor. There we go. Okay, and then we will use the bouncing flask. Okay, that was actually correct. The flask did not turn me around. And then we expertise here. Now, I went for the burst leg sweep, Wesley, because this makes sure I take 0 damage. And I've already taken more damage than I'd like. Okay, we can, oddly enough, do prepared here. Oh, man. No footwork for me today. Just neutralize this guy. Don't really want to be stacking damage on this dude, but whatever keeps me facing him, you know. Okay, if I were to get my Catalyze this turn, we could probably kill this dude. 32 would go to 64. Yeah, if we poisoned on top of it, I'm pretty sure he dies. So we backflip first. Okay, backflip again. Sucks, okay. So it didn't work. We did get the Piercing Wail, which will help us take very little damage this turn. But it's not the kind of turn I wanted to have. So we'll do this for sure. So this guy does no damage, this guy does 4, it's totally fine. Still have 2 mana left. And enough armor to block everything. We could blur and get some extra stuff. Alternately, we could... Well, we don't need to Sucker Punch. We could Sucker Punch. We could Sucker Punch this guy over here. And then Deadly Poison the other way, so we still take no damage. Not that I really need to stack weak on him, because he is going to die in... Well, not next turn, but the turn afterwards, as long as I do a little bit more damage. So I think... Yeah, You know what, we'll do that. I don't need the Blur Armor, we need this guy dead. So we Sucker Punch him. Okay. And then we Deadly Poison this dude. Great. Okay. Almost, not quite. This guy's gonna block. Poison Stab kills this one. And then we could Catalyst this, although it's a little bit early, I guess. I mean, whatever, we might as well just kill him. So this guy dies. 40 hit points, then we'll just go ahead and burn Catalyst, I suppose. Wait, let's Footwork first. Ink Bottle, 1, 2... No, let's set up the Ink Bottle. Yeah, let's set up the Ink Bottle, and then if he may buff the turn after this, I think. So I might be able to set up the Ink Bottle for Heart. Nope, it's an attack. But that's... No, he dies. Yeah, he dies. Yeah, of course, because of the poison twice. So, ink bottle's set up. Yeah, it's awesome. So he'll just die. Oh boy, ornamental fan. That is going to do nothing for us. Okay, what a relic to find from this fight. that's kind of funny. Do we even have any attacks? 3 attacks. I know we have neutralize. We have sucker punch. Oh no, poison stab is an attack. I suppose it could happen. Hey guys, we could get our 1,000 cuts back. I think we skip. Yeah, we skip. I'm just gonna veto and skip this. This is awful. Just turn 1 block with Ninja Scroll. Ah, that's true. 1,000 cuts. See, I wanted 1,000 cuts for a lot of prior fights, not really the heart. I mean, dude, it is tempting to take 1,000 cuts. Not even joking. So that the heart's taking 1 damage every time I take a damage, but I don't think so, man. Let's just do this heart. Alright, boy. First of all, well, we want to drink our power potion, but we're going to need to cast a couple things first. So, we'll just... RIP no veil next turn. Yeah, that's... Well, not necessarily. If we draw engine hard enough, if we truly believe in the heart of the cards, we may be able to draw engine hard enough to get it back. Take 1 damage. Oh, I should probably armor first. Whoops. Okay, let's blur. Okay. Now I drink my power potion. Bro, we could get a free 1,000 cuts, or we could get Wraith form. End of your turn, lose 1 dexterity. That's awful. This is the worst card I've seen in my life. Why would you take this card? For 3 mana, it's like you're invulnerable for 2 turns, but then in the long play, long term, you're kind of just like losing. Unless you gain 2 intangible every turn. Wraith form is God tier. You play it to finish the fight. I honestly think we do 1,000 cuts here. Doesn't really, no. Honestly, Well-Laid Plans probably does more for us. I could take Wraith form and then, like, not cast it right now, you know? And, like, cast it later. At least it doesn't kill you, yeah. Yeah, I mean... This is really interesting. Well-laid plans to hold my... Well, probably more like... I mean, yes, but more like well-laid plans to hold my Piercing Wail, which is really important for this dude. Yeah. So we'll hold Piercing Wail, and next turn I think he does like 1 billion damage. So it's just really... And it's you know, he has like an attack that hits like 10 times. So the Piercing Wail gives me a free turn against him, which is wonderful. 1,000 cuts becomes eye for an eye this fight, that's true. Alright, so we had our blur, we don't have another blur, so there's no reason for me to stack block. There is a reason for me to apply a bunch of weak to him, I suppose. Just make him weak forever, I guess. With, like, bursted out. That'd be kind of sick. Yeah, alright. Okay, so I'm never gonna have to worry about making him weak again for the whole fight. Like, he's just... You know... He's the weak man. It's great. And we just set up Ink Bottle for the next turn. Awesome. We will retain Piercing Wail. No, 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 no. Alright, he'll do 40... Oh, Piercing Wail's not good for this turn. Whoops. That's fine. We blurred in a ton of armor, so we'll be okay. Catalyst would be wasted. We'll save that. We really do want to activate the fumes as early as possible, so we'll do that. Our Dex is apparently nerfed. No, it's frail. I have frail. 2 turns, damn. Alright, well I have to backflip. I have to use the poison stab. This is too good. This is gonna eat 1 damage. I cannot really draw the things that I'd like to draw. I could draw a backflip, I guess, with the prepared, but that would be the same as a defend. I think we just defend and then use the slime to get it out of my deck. Piercing Wail is not good this turn, that's like for sure. Well, no, we could prepared, and then if we did draw, we would get another 3 armor. Could have drawn the footwork, that would have been good, but it's be too early now, or too late now. No, I think we just run the slime and we just eat the damage. Do we bother to cast Neutralize? If 9 turns goes by, we probably just freaking lose. No, I think it's correct though, just in case. Yep. The Piercing Wail, we'll keep that. 17 damage. Now there it is, 2x12, okay? So, if I use the Piercing Wail, I take no damage. It's only 24 damage, though. Okay, we take 1 damage if we do this. If we do defend, we only get 3 block. Are we casting more than 3 things this turn? Sure are. Oops, net gain of 1. Okay, we will blow the piercing. It's kind of a shame because, like, when we cast these 3 things, we're going to draw something, and who knows if we'll be able to cast it. It's just an expertise, that's fine. And this dazed goes away. This is good. This is okay. Oh, I can retain something. No reason not to retain the expertise. Nice try, bucko. He buffs next turn, I forget what that buff does. Got this wound I can't get rid of, damn. The void will go away. Alright, what can we draw into? Acrobatics, defend. Well, we backflip first, so that the heartbeat doesn't own us. Last card is burn. I could acrobatics. Yep. There's the catalyst. Take 2 damage at end of turn. Certainly would like to poison stab. Certainly would like to deadly poison. One card expertise. What now? You're now playing Slay again because of me. Yeah, okay. This was a good turn, I think. Also, enjoy yourself, Wesley. Do I hold the expertise? No, we hold the catalyst, right? I think. The expertise saves me in bad hands, but the catalyst I'm going to need eventually. So I think we just hold on to it forever. Probably should. I think I probably should have kept the expertise. He does 31. Hold void. Holding catalyst ensures you can have it in hand with burst. Yeah, you're right. Good point. This is 31 damage. He has artifact. If I use leg sweep, I get a lot of armor, and I get to pull that down a little bit. So that's cool. And I don't care about applying the weak really. Although if I was going to sucker punch, I probably would have want to have done that first. But no, instead we will bouncing flask him. Okay. And then I think we just defend, honestly. He'll be weak for so long, I don't care about the measly 7 damage that does. I care more about keeping myself alive long enough to do my actual big boy damage with the poison, you know? Flower turn. 3x12, 12, 24, 36. This does kill me if I don't get enough defends in. So, as much as it would be nice to burst out Catalyst right now, I think we may have to burst out Backflip. Into another Backflip. 12, 24, 36. Damn, I mean, we could go for the wild and crazy risky play. We could burst out Catalyst right now, and then like blur, backflip. We'd still have 2 mana after that, and not take, you know, we wouldn't like be right next to death. We would be pretty damn close though. Alternately, we could probably burst out blur if we had enough to block 12, 24, 36 damage. It'd be nice if I could tell like what he's going to do the turn after this one. I could look it up, I guess. Well, we're not gonna burst out blur, so let's just use that. Yeah, Shaman, I'm keeping strange hours. I'm gonna stop the stream after we die or beat this heart though, so you know. There is that. Okay, 40 poison. If we burst out Catalyst, then that goes to 80 poison, then that goes to 160 poison. So that means if we can then just sort of survive for a few more turns, he will die. How greedy do I really want to be, you know? Okay, let's go ahead and backflip. So there's the other backflip. I want to be greedy. I think so too. Well, I mean, it's greedy. It's kind of greedy. It depends on how you describe it. I'm kind of being greedy no matter what I do. Greedy feedy. If I burst out the Catalyst now, that does get the Catalyst out of my deck, and it allows me to just defend a ton, you know? Kind of. Hey, Orina, thank you for the follow. Good to see new people in the stream. Always appreciated. He'll be weak for 5 turns. That's enough to finish the battle if I were to burst out Catalyst now. If I don't burst out Catalyst now, I will have to survive. Yeah, let's think about that. If I don't burst out Catalyst right now, how long will it be until I see a burst again, you know? Way too long. We gotta get the death engine kind of going. This is the way. Yeah, this is the way. Alrighty, but first I will use the other backflip just to see what my other options are. Oh man. Wow, suddenly I have a very interesting option. Of 24-36. I didn't realize I'd draw a leg sweep. We double that up and that almost blocks this by itself. 24-36. And we are blurred right now, so we get to keep that armor. Oh man. Oh man. But his strength just keeps going up, you know. Oh, more blur. So I could burst out leg sweep and then blur again. That would be pretty crazy. I'd have armor left over for the next turn. Not sure how quickly his strength ramps up. 13 cards in draw pile. It's probably like a couple of turns till I see the burst again. He has 40, 160. No, I'm gonna go for the offensive plan like I had planned. A burst, catalyst, has 160 poison now. He will die in, like, I don't know, four turns. So I just have to focus on surviving at this point. Yeah, and he can't take more than 300 hit points per turn anyway, so there's... Depending on how greedy I want to get, like, this is pretty high damage per turn anyway, as far as, like, more than halfway to the maximum, you know, of what I could be able to do. Blur's useless because... Well, now Blur's useless. We could survive it. What can I draw from prepared? Any zero cost cards? No. I could draw the wound, I could, like, draw that out, but... Mostly I'd just be risking wasting something important. So yeah, we will just use Survivor. Oh shit, I do get Retain. I almost forgot about my Retain. We'll probably retain the leg sweep. Yeah. Not the blur. Unless... I mean, the blur would be amazing if he's charging up next turn, but I think he has another big attack. Woohoo! Oh no, he is charging up. God damn it, the blur would have been great. Fuck. Alright, that's fine. Damn. We could just save the sweep for the next turn. It's not that bad, I guess. Backflip first. Poison stab. Backflip was just to get cards and block more damage. Oh man, blur would be so good here. Okay, it's fine. Expertise, no, acrobatics. That's a sucker punch we could use. Let's get rid of a defend. Sucker punch just to get a little bit more damage on him. We will take 2 damage from the burn, so I gotta keep that in mind. Defend, whatever. Yeah, of course we want to keep the burn so we can block it. Oh wait, I could have discarded the burn. Whatever. It's not like I get to keep this shield, you know. Retain the leg sweep. Dies in 2 turns. We just have to... we just have to survive this turn. Okay, 4x12. Cannot apply enough damage. It's not possible. We do have the ink bottle. It is possible we could draw into burst. So what we're going to do is we're going to defend. Please give me card draw. Oh shit, I think we lose. Did we lose? We may very well lose. There's no decisions to make here, really. You just do this. Yeah, I think 12, 24, 36, 48. Yeah, this kills us. GG. Hey guys, let's retain the wound. Yep. By 5 hit points. Vanquished went the wrong way. That's okay, I mean we still unlock the next level of Ascension. This is just kind of a bonus anyway. Man, 5 hit points, jeez. That tells me if I had... there's something I could have done differently in that fight, probably. Good job on keeping 25 cards, keeping it lower. Well, it's easy to keep it lower than that, like, outrageously overblown, like, 30-something, 35 card deck or whatever that I was running with. Yeah, but still, we unlock more stuff. The Duvu doll. It was a 35 plus, but yeah, that's what I thought. It's a lot. Man, 5 hit points though. Jeez, that was so close. That was. Hey, you know what? If 1,000 cuts just healed hit points instead of doing damage, then it would have been meaningful, that fight. If we had gotten it. No, I wonder if Wraith Form would have saved me that game if I had taken Wraith Form at the beginning as the power potion instead of the Retain. Although the Retain is what allowed me to get the Catalyst at the right time, so. Duvu Doll, Smiling Mask, Merchant's card removal service now always costs 50 gold. Wow, that's good. No, you're not understanding, Wesley. I had, I was joking. Like, if the heart had only had 5 hit points, the 1,000 cuts would have been good. What mattered was that I needed 5 more hit points, because, like, the poison would have killed him the next turn, and so if I had 5 more armor or 5 more hit points, I would have survived the final attack. Alright, tiny chest. Every 4th question mark room is a treasure room. That's alright. Although there are some question marks events that I would want a lot more than a treasure room. No, I died. I lost to the heart. Still counts as a win, goddammit. So here's a question. Can I get these on a character that's not the silent? Or are these silent only relics? I'm assuming anybody can get them. They don't seem to have anything to do with being the silent. You can get them on anyone? Okay. Alright, well we've been hearted. Just out of curiosity, then I want to be sure. Yeah, that upgraded the next ascension level. Awesome. So next time, I guess, I'll probably ask chat, you know, what character you guys want me to try to ascend with next. We'll just keep doing the maximum ascension level for whatever dude I play. Anyway, yeah, that's my late night stream. I'm glad we were able to get the Twitch integration to work. Hope you guys enjoyed. For all the, yeah, I am done for the night. It's rather late. But for all the new followers and whatnot, stick around for the next stream, because like this is not the only thing that I stream. I do a lot of different stuff. Maybe you'll enjoy some of the other roguelike games that I play as well. It's nearly 8 AM. Oh, Jesus, is it? We're in different time zones, Adort, but pretty close, yeah. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I'm signing out. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.